I've been thinking about it daily, I'm an addict and it feels so bad, but it's good at the same time. Thinking like my favorite drug, favorite word, favorite song, favorite horn, get a beat to my damn rhymes. I don't know if you know, when I'm with you, I be gone, Look, and you're like a bad habit that I can't shake. Another pill that I know that I shouldn't take. Steady doing when I know that we need a break. But for what, when I know that it's too late? When I know I can't have it and it's tragic, but it feels like magic. God damn, and it feels so good. I guess I'm an addict for your love and a fool for you. Cause girl, you're like my damn drug.
What's up, guys? Here, man. You there?
What's up, homies? Give me a moment, man. We'll get that.
There we
go. 1 second.
Yeah, having some technical difficulties anyway. And our legend here, Crypto Terry. And I was going to say Kryptonian's going to be a few more minutes, but there you go. He just jumped in and he'll be back shortly. I'm sitting here just waiting for Esco to, Brian to say the word so that I can buy some Esco, hopefully. And yeah, we shall see, guys. So
yep. Ready for it to pop off and you can jump in, right?
Swap ready to go. So hopefully we get that contract soon enough and let's make it happen. So yeah, it's pretty exciting, guys. I'm pretty excited to see how this thing goes. And I know Daniel, I didn't get to catch much of it because I was busy all day, but I think Daniel was on for what, like 8 hours or something like that.
He was on first thing this morning and then jumped around and
champion, dude. How do you 8 hours of live? Like,
what's up, gentlemen?
Whew, dude's like a marathon runner when it comes to lives.
Yeah.
How's it going, Kryptonian?
What's up, guys?
Dude, I got that shirt. I got that shirt.
Nah, bro, you got my shirt.
I got whatever, man. I got it. I got that.
I think I saw you wearing it on your interview. I was like, I got that damn shirt.
Yeah,
Alex Twins, baby. I love this shirt, man.
Hell yeah. It's good shit. And Chris Cruz is here, man. Hell yeah.
What's up? What's up, Chris?
The four aces. The four aces.
Yeah, of course. Before I go live, I had a client call me. They're open. They're having a soft launch for one of their locations. It's like a big Dave and Buster's type scenario. And on Friday, so of course they're doing training right now, and with their new hires and everything's just they're having issues. I'm like, man, I'm not whatever.
Always something, isn't it?
Always something, man. But I ain't complaining, man, because my phone could not be ringing, right?
Right.
So what's going on, guys?
If you're not putting out fires, man, you ain't working.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
If I'm not putting them out, I'm causing them.
Well, the same difference then.
Yeah, and I'll probably, like I told you earlier, Kryptonian, I may be in and out because I am on a conference call as well with Greek and Confirmant with the whole ESCO thing. So
okay, cool.
We'll see how this goes, but I may be in and out at some point. So if you see me just drop off,
understood, man.
Trying to buy some ESCO, man. I'm trying to
that's
my
right. Dude, but I see this price dropping, man. What's up with that?
I have my own theories, but I think I'll keep them to myself. Let's put it
me
that
too,
way.
man. Me too.
Yeah.
Seems awfully.
I think our theories, I think we all kind of see eye to eye there as far as what's going on.
Did you get a chance to watch that video I sent you today, Kryptonian?
Right.
I have not, man. I have not. The video, no, not yet.
I don't think the contract's out yet, man. It's not out yet.
What, Chris?
I said you sent a video and didn't send it to me.
I don't have your well, I texted it to him, so I don't have your phone number. But it was like
I'm not going to give it to you now.
Okay, sorry, Bitcoin Daddy.
Oh
yeah,
it's
right.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
He likes GoDaddy.
So what it was
Bitcoin GoDaddy.
It was a compilation of the 10 biggest gun mistakes. Like the guy looks down the shotgun and shoots his hat off.
Oh,
because I was watching Daniel this morning for a little bit, And he was so giddy about going to the gun range and talking about Miss Worldwide getting the machine guns and stuff. I'm like, which of these 10 fails would Daniel do? I sent you the video.
Oh, one of those, yeah. What not
Yeah.
to do at a gun range, yeah. Yeah.
So, it was just comedy. It was
Yeah, you ever seen, I know everybody up here has seen Andy Griffith, right?
yeah.
Everybody knows Barney. He's
Barney
got one
Fife?
bullet. He's
Yep.
Barney Fife. He's got one bullet in his pocket.
That's one too many.
Yeah. So when I go to a gun range with Prado, I'm giving him one bullet, and we're putting it in his pocket. Yeah, it's all he gets, man.
Nah,
Well,
Daniel
next time-
will do fine at the gun range. He
Think so?
I mean, he wants to go. That's if he wanted to go and everything. If he didn't want to go, and then it was like he didn't want to be there in the first place.
You have to
then
get him a
I'd be like,
chrome revolver because all chrome guns are revolvers.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
No, I
That'd
did
be
send.
awesome, though.
I did send Chris. I sent all three of you guys that one video about that report from England. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What time is Esco going to go live?
It looks like it's live right now, but apparently it's not, right?
No, the price just dropped. I think it went from $1, I think 87 at its highest point. Now it's around $1.44.
It was up over $2 today.
Oh, there you go. At one point, yeah, it was over $2. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah.
It's 153 according to CoinMarketCap. 144 according to CoinMarketCap right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should
No,
be
I wouldn't go by
interesting,
Coin
though.
Market Cap. I go by Dex Tools.
Dex Screener. Okay, I'll pull that up. I got that on my phone too.
Dex Tools or Dex Screener.
Yeah, I got
but
you.
it's
Shit.
at 144.83, but
Okay.
that'll change in a minute.
I'm thinking about 9:27 to go live.
9:27.
Texas time.
He put out some kind of riddle.
I don't know.
He put out some kind of riddle or something like that. So, did you see that riddle, Chris?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I think I figured it out, but do you know what it is, Chris?
Yeah. I thought I thought I know what it is, but then I thought I know what it's going to be, but that
Yeah.
I hope all you guys make lots of money today, tomorrow, and next week on this project.
yeah. Hopefully everybody
Get
everybody's
quiet.
happy.
I'm losing.
I don't know. Hopefully everybody's happy.
Me too.
Everything goes good.
Yeah, I hope everything goes well. I mean, how can it not go well, right? It's a Seifu style, just like Node Day. How could it not?
Well, I just hope there's not that kind of Node Day kind of
No,
misfire.
I don't think it will be. No, I don't think so. I think this is a lot more simple. A lot simpler here.
What do you guys think about that price? Oh well, someone sold something. That's what happened.
Let's see. What do we got?
Somebody sold some money. That's what happened.
Yeah. Brian said someone named Gmask sold to drop the price. I mean, okay.
Who's Gmask?
Well, I guess Brian knows the guy's names. Then.
Yeah,
So
we've lost about 20% of the swap value at this point, I believe. It's about 20%. So, yeah, fun times.
That's
familiar, man.
What do you guys will think will happen to the price of Seifu after Esco launch? I think it's going to go under $1, and then big whales will buy into Seifu to pump the price. So, yeah, I think it'll drop. I think it'll go. You might even see it go back down to like 30 cents.
I'm thinking 30 cents before he flips a switch.
You think so too?
Yeah, 50, 30 cents. It's like I said.
You think before the Esco swap?
I think it's dropping below
wow.
$1. I think it's going to drop below $1 before he flips the switch.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Now I think after the Esco launch, I think it'll definitely go there.
So Seifu, yeah, for sure,
yeah.
right? And then the hope was I think people are going to keep buying Seifu, right? And then that's supposed to go up. I think they were talking about $5 a day or whatever, up to $2 or something. But oh man,
Greek, I love you, man. I love you, Greek. He's talking shit in my ear.
Oh, he is?
I got Greek and Con in my Bluetooth here, and yeah, so he's messing with me. Yeah, he's whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
He's probably watching that price. He's whispering something.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
He's probably down 30, 40, well, 20% or something. Or everyone is.
He lost
really.
quite a few $1,000
Yeah.
if if he
What
was
sucks is that
staying in
you're losing
Seifu.
that buying power, right? Because it's
Yeah.
So
That's
you-
what
so
that's
you're
swap
get-
value. That's swap
yeah,
value.
you're getting less
Yeah.
of SGO, and it's going to be this
Yeah.
it's kind of like, that's what I said. It's very familiar to me. That's just what happened with Seifu X. Everybody was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's going to be $5. It's going to be $9."
Well, with the sacrifice, right? It wasn't it the
Yeah.
sacrifice.
It was up to the
price kinda
sacrifice,
dumped.
and then right before the sacrifice, within hours,
yeah,
boom, it's doing exactly what it did last time.
yeah,
And then we swapped because we kind of had like no choice, right? It's like, well, shit, the only other option is to go forward, can't go back, right? Or either go, we can't go back,
either
we can
get
either
out,
go down, get out, or go forward. We decided to go forward.
Yeah.
And Brian was like,
that one made the most sense.
Yeah. And Brian goes, well, I'll give you what, 55 cents or something. He gave us some money, whatever he did.
He helped
10
the brother
cents,
out,
15 cents, whatever. Yeah.
If,
Brian, you may have to do the same thing, man.
Yeah. If I was jumping in at the beginning, I'd wait till like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
To buy my
There you go.
Who knows
Another safe food
right?
delay.
Yeah.
Safe food delay. Yeah. Crypto Terry. So I know you had like your peanut butter. Do you still have your channel? Do you do stuff on YouTube?
I don't.
Still?
No, I don't. It just it was fun for a minute, but
right.
I have to go buy food and cook it, and then like do it for like one shot.
Gotcha.
Just a pain in the butt. No, I would do it, but it's just I'm not trying.
So you don't do. I mean, do you still have your channel and you just don't do anything with it?
Well, yeah, the same channel. The 37 followers I have. It's
hey man, we all start somewhere, brother.
No, I'm not even trying to grow it. But I mean,
yeah,
I just changed the name of that channel, So
I got you. Well, I guess that's what I'm getting at. Are you planning on maybe changing the name and doing some crypto stuff on there? I mean,
there's like 4 crypto videos on there, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
About
cool.
6 or 7. I don't know, 4 or 5. I don't know.
Shoot me your channel link or whatever. I'll put it down in the comments, man. That way everybody can.
13, I think. So it pulls up in the search.
Yeah. All right, cool. He's streaming this to his channel right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I did not know that because I don't think I'm a subscriber, so I'll go ahead and subscribe to you.
Oh, so we got 38. I'm almost to 1,000.
There you go.
Well, Chris passed me it long ago.
Yeah. Well, Chris has been killing it, man. He gets on there for 8 hours with Prado, and
he's actually interesting. I'm just a rancher. He's actually got something good to say.
I'm waiting for
you. You actually have been extremely busy with work for the last several weeks. So
you have been pretty busy.
You've had time. So
yeah, you're right. I appreciate.
Well, you just took on a big client, didn't you? You just took on a big client.
Big one, exciting, man. It's nationwide, so I'm pretty excited about it.
And he's working on 2 launches on 2 blocks.
That too, yeah.
Then we got projects going on. I mean,
I mean,
and then we're trying.
I'm not doing a quarter of what you're doing, Kryptonian. So I can focus on this.
I keep waiting for the short of
not if we jump on a project, Chris.
Chris, I keep telling everybody I'm waiting for Chris. I'm gonna jump in, do a project with Chris.
When the time comes, you guys will be a part of it, I'm sure.
All right, we'd love to, man.
As it stands right now, I have no intentions whatsoever.
No, I mean, because you got your SNL life or CKL life. I'm sorry.
Nah, I mean that's totally different. But yeah, I mean, if I was gonna do something like that, I'd definitely reach out to you guys and get your input, and we'd all go together.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot of fun, man.
Love to be a part of that, man.
Do something like NFT thing that everybody would own a certain percentage of it, and bam, that's it. We don't do anything else. That's our people.
I like it. It's funny how I don't know how you guys feel about NFTs, but when they first came out and they started blowing up, and you used to get, this guy bought an NFT for $5 million and these crazy prices and stuff. I was kind of turned off by NFTs at first. I'm like, man, it's just a digital, there's nothing special about it. Like to me, it was kind of a joke that people were spending that money for these things. But now that I look more into it and I see the utility, and I really like the idea of NFTs,
Hey, you got a minute, man, so keep it on your clock. What's going on over this side for you?
What's that?
Your window starts in about 30 seconds for the potential opening. So make sure you guys
are. Like I said, man, I've got Pancake Swap pulled up, and in fact, you guys aren't even on my screen at the moment, so I don't see you.
Yeah, I think like
that's probably good because Kryptonian's been making faces at you and shit. And I was like,
that's all right. I'm used to it.
I was about to say something and you freaking read my mind.
back in the 90s, folks were like, they'd buy a house and sell it to their buddy. They'd sell it to their buddy, sell it to their buddy, and then make all the money on it. I think when NFTs first came out, people were doing similar kind of things where they were like, let's just move some money from this account, that account, and buy this NFT of the question mark, whatever it was. And
I wasn't a big fan of NFTs when they first came out. I didn't see it, but now I do. I definitely do now. And it's the future, guys. I definitely see the future with NFTs, no doubt. And I think Kryptonian and I touched upon this, but we have started the process with Property Flex of incorporating in the Cayman Islands. So we have begun that process. It was actually a lot more simpler than it's not as complex as we initially thought it was going to be, or expensive.
Yeah, so it's actually very affordable.
Yeah, it was very affordable. So we've started that process. I actually, Kryptonian, I don't know if you saw that, but I just reached back out to Caitlin about getting us listed on the Vulcan website. So I sent her an email. Then I'm going to reach out. I haven't reached out in Discord yet, but I did send her an email. So
that'd be great, man.
Trying to get listed on the Vulcan website, get some more traffic to propertyflex.io, and hopefully get this rocket launched to the moon, man. Be the first one there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because we didn't go there, but y'all can go there.
Right. It'll be the first one there.
Right. Get past that radiation belt.
Yeah, man. There you go. My wife's excited because she watches one of those reality shows. Yeah. It's like Vanderpump Rules or some shit like that. It's like their season finale or reunion or some shit. So she's all, she's like, yeah, go do your live. I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And she's actually hoping you go do the live.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's like, you be gone about 3 hours? All right, I just need about 3 hours.
Yeah. Go ahead, go right now.
Yeah. Please leave me alone.
Yeah, get on there early.
Yep.
Yep.
That's funny. So, Chris, how long were you on with Prado today?
The whole time. Well,
you were on the whole time.
I got off like about half an hour before they ended.
Okay. Wow. So you were pretty much 7.5 hours today.
Yeah, I sat in the background, did some work and all that kind of stuff when Fowler was on, but I was there, watching him and doing work. Right, and I ate lunch and all that stuff. So
cool. Well, we appreciate your dedication, man, and commitment for being there throughout the whole thing. So thank you for that, and thanks for being here tonight, man. You and Terry. We appreciate.
I checked in a few times on all the things, but I took my 92 Ford Ranger F-150. I talked to you about the door.
Mm-hmm.
I took it to the shop and said, "Here's what's wrong with it." My buddy in Baltimore said this. Here's the new door handles. I fixed my truck, and they're working on it. And
cool. Did they look into it yet?
No, they're gonna get to me tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had to fix a leaky outside faucet outside my house. I had to turn off the water and replace the spigot. It's the very first time that they say it's a 5-minute job, and it was a 5-minute job.
Yeah.
Usually it says a 5-minute job, like, that's an hour and a half, but this is a 5-minute job. So didn't break anything. Yep, it came out really good.
Yeah, there's a gift that goes around in the mechanic world, and it's like you're one broken bolt away from a 10-hour job. Yeah,
and there goes your book hours.
We kind of have the same analogy, and
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah! You can make one mistake, and there goes your day, man. You got to order all kinds of.
I can only imagine.
And then you see the dollar signs going down, losing that profit margin.
Yeah, IT guys, we're profitable when we can get in and get out quickly. Like anything else, right?
Same thing.
Same thing with mechanics.
Yeah.
We get paid for what we know and not for what we do. I mean, there's a timing belt job that book time's like 5.5 hours. I can do it in like an hour.
Yeah. I can build the server in probably about 2 hours, but if you don't know what you're doing, it could take you, 5 to 10 hours, 12 hours, right?
Right.
But my goal is to build 2 or 3 of them, and
I book by the hour too. So you're paying me for my hourly pay.
Well, you're paying me for the years that I invested learning all this stuff.
X goes here.
And the money that I invested in tools and my training and all that stuff. So yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a real craftsman right there. The ones who try and take your money, you can tell the difference.
Yep.
So Chris, you have a good time on Prado Show?
Yeah, I did. A lot of people came in, a lot of interaction, stuff like that. I really like getting a chance to watch Fowler. Most of the time during the week, I don't.
Yeah, we know you like Fowler, bro.
Huh? You what?
Nothing. I was joking.
Oh, you're talking about? Yeah,
he's a man.
That was funny, man.
I'm gonna do the same thing to you, Fowler.
I know you're occupied right now, but I know you're occupied because your screens are off. So I know I got. This is my time, bro. This is my time.
Chris is eating dinner. Chris is eating dinner, probably.
Oh,
yeah, Kryptonian, I sent you something.
That's funny.
You just you go check out what I sent to you, and you'll you can comment after that.
I don't want to look, man.
Yeah, you don't want to look.
Oh. I'll wait 5 minutes. I'll wait a minute before I reply to that. I need a drink.
Yeah, I'm taking a drink as we speak.
Yeah, I think I need one myself.
Yeah, but anyway, I know you're trying to set me up for something, but it's enjoyable. A lot of people in the community, stuff like that. A lot of talk back and forth. Daniel's pretty funny and everything. We spent some time like rewatching Brian's AMA. That was good. And then Fowler was there for a bit, and then Odonato was in, and then Chalk was there earlier.
Cool.
That was pretty cool. And then Miss Worldwide got on for a little bit, and then Kryptonian got on there, but then he dropped off. Then he showed up after I left, so I was kind of like, what
My bad. Well, I got a call as soon as I jumped on, man. I had some time open, and bam, got a call. So it sucked, My bad. I'm trying to hang out with you guys.
There's no action going on yet. 8:07.
Nope, no action going on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a wait. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Boom. And it's weird because the longer he waits, the later it gets overseas, right?
Well, the more the price keeps getting tanked. Yeah. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, Terry. The longer he waits, the people that are,
in Australia,
overseas and stuff like that. The UK right now, I mean, it's late. So yeah. Yeah, man. All right,
I had a question for Kryptonian about. I know this is Wednesday night, but I forgot the name of the satellite we sent up into low orbit to pre-record all the space stuff.
Greek. So can you change the refresh rate of Bogged?
Yes, you can.
How do I change it for myself? In settings?
Yeah, it's in the
refresh time.
Yeah.
Just
you're talking to Greek.
Is that as low as you can go? 2 cents. Oh. Just like flick.
What's Terry A's question?
Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like at 1. Yeah, but the problem is it might might be refreshing too fast. Yeah, no doubt. 2.5. All right.
You see Terry A's question?
I like it.
What was your question about the satellite?
Oh, the name of that one that was sent up that pre-recorded a bunch of I'm gonna say flight plans for the first moon landing. It was the heck what's it called? I went blank though, I can't figure out what it was called.
Talking about the one that went before the first Apollo. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
In fact, yeah, I mean, it was so overshadowed by the moon landing. I mean, honestly, didn't even
I used to know the exact name of it. It was what was sent up, and they sent back the coordinates to track the space flight. Yeah. So the people back in their room could oh, we're doing this. Oh, we're doing that. Anyways.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I mean, we've got the coordinates to fly all over all over from country to country. You know, thousands and thousands and thousands of times. It's so the information for that, you can download it from anywhere, right? Like the flight paths and the safe ones and shortest routes and all these things. And we're talking about flying 1,000 miles, 500 miles. We fly 200. We fly 2 million miles or however far the distance. I forget what the distance to the moon is, and they lost the data. It's crazy, man. How do you lose that? You know.
Yeah. So what's the answer to Terry A's question? You don't know?
What do you guys think? Paint or sweep tonight? Painter sweep. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
What is that, Terry? Can you elaborate?
I don't. Oh, the other Terry. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what that is.
Did we already answer this? What do you guys think will happen to the price of Seifu after SGO launch? Yeah, I think. And already answered that. We just talked about. I think it's going to drop. It's dropping right now. I think it's going to drop again. I don't. I mean, if you think about what happened when we went to Seifu X, it never really recovered. I mean, it stayed pennies for a long time, you know, until Brian took it over, and then it started hitting over $1 again, and that, you know.
He said hockey. Terry says hockey. Playoffs, I guess. The playoffs, right?
Playoffs. Man, I haven't followed hockey in so long. We used to have a hockey team here in Houston. I mean, they weren't any good. The Arrows, man. I used to love watching them, man. I love hockey. When I would go to Canada a few times, that'd be my thing. That'd be kind of that's where I got first exposed to it. It's amazing. It's an amazing sport, man. It's fun to watch.
I played ice hockey.
Did you?
I played ice hockey for a few years. Yeah,
it's fun to watch. I never got to play. I'm not a good skater. I can skate, but not, but I can fall too. But that, to me, man, to be on freaking blades and with a stick, and you get to punch guys, dude. That's a
check people. Yeah, you get to check people. And honestly, I always like to play goalie. Personally, I like playing goal, man. Really? There's just something about
the Mighty Ducks. Let me guess.
Yeah, man. There's something about it. I like playing goal.
Leonardo's big blue eyes, and he's like doing splits, blocking the ball.
Yeah,
the puck.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Nah, hockey's
I never played hockey, but I think I would like to play lacrosse.
That looks like a fun one.
Yeah. It's the same concept, but
man. But I think the real sport. I was gonna say, golf, but I know there's a lot. I know Greek. Greek will get it. Greek will get upset.
Not a sport, really.
Golf is like the boardroom, right?
Yeah. No.
Any of you guys
golf courses where millions of dollars are made? What's that?
Any of you guys hunters? Yeah.
I don't really hunt. I mean, I've gone hunting, but I've not been. It's not my thing. Gotcha. However, I don't because I don't own guns to hunt.
Right.
I go to HEB if I want eggs. I got chicken or something. But I have a buddy of mine that he actually reloads all his ammo for years.
Yeah,
and
I know some guys like that.
He and his son, sons, that's all they do is they're hunting duck and deer every season. They're out.
Yeah,
and he's a lot like, he reminds me a lot of Chris. It's wisdom, man. I can sit down, and he's a software developer too, so you wouldn't even know it. You go sit down with the guy, and I actually hired him on for a job one time, and for one of my clients, and I just sat down with the guy, talking shop or whatever, right? Software development and code and setting up databases and whatever. And then I don't know how we got on the topic of hunting, and he just started telling me all the places he's been and things he's done. But what really amazed me is that he reloads all his own ammo. He's a software developer, so he's extremely I would say what's the word I would say? He's a mathematician. He knows math.
Yeah.
So everything is so precise with that. He can tell you how down to the projectile, the size and the grain of the bullet, kind of spin it gets. And I mean, he's so good at it, and he hunts so well. But anyway, so I remember for my my wedding and my anniversary, but one of my wedding gifts that he gave me at my wedding day was like 2,000 rounds or 1,000 rounds of 9mm.
Nice.
Cool, I think you told me that before.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
a badass present, dude.
I was like, what's this? He goes, you're
That's
gonna love
a
it. Of course I love
badass
it.
present.
Oh,
yeah.
That's something I could pass on, honestly, to my kids or whatever, friends. But it's freedom seeds, man. I mean, you don't get no better than that, man.
Yeah.
Those are as good as gold, bro. I'll tell you that right now. When the shit hits the fan, you're gonna be looking for water, food, and ammo, man. That's who gives a shit about anything else,
And shelter.
And shelter, yeah.
Cool. Chris, you hunt. Do you hunt, Chris?
He does.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, but he hunts moose, bro. Moose.
You want to be a real hunter? I want you to go bear hunting with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a real hunter. That's real stupid.
That's not hunter. That's called psychotic.
Yeah, that is.
My son-in-law, his family, and they own like over 500 acres, and they go on every season for everything.
Yeah, I got a bunch of friends that go hunting. I never really got into it for whatever reason, even though I like guns and stuff. But yeah, it is. It's very time consuming. But the guys that I know that do it, they like just going out and just being with nature and just kind of chilling. And they'll go away for the whole weekend and make a whole like guys trip out of it and stuff.
Yeah, I got guys that invite me all the time. And they're like, we're gonna get up. We're gonna just let you know, Kryptonian, it's 50 degrees out there, so make sure you cover up. Yeah. So I'm like, let me get this straight. It's like we're gonna drive out to a deer stand, but on the way to the deer stand, we're gonna pass about 5 Whataburgers, right? But I need to show up hungry to the stand, and I need to wait.
Dude, you don't all sit in the same deer stands. Like
I know.
Hanging out with a bunch of dudes.
I know. Can I tell my story, Chris? You're not supposed
he said he only shares one with Fowler. Okay,
you're not supposed to be here, man.
The sheriff friction blanket.
Oh, I see your question, Chris. Let me answer you. My bad. Let me make that clear in the text message.
Yeah, I don't know if you drank too much when you replied to me or what.
Well, you were insulting me as I was typing it, so I kind of lost my thought.
But when you go hunt with a bunch of dudes, it ain't like you're sitting out all day long, sitting out in the deer stand with them.
Don't you guys spray stuff with like deer pee spray and stuff, like so they can't smell you and stuff?
No,
I do like venison. Like I really enjoy venison a lot.
Yeah,
venison jerky, steaks, all that good stuff, man. I'll throw it down.
Yep, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
it's good shit.
Yeah, man.
I used to go hunt. My dad up in South Dakota would do a duck, pheasant, Then they'd go out and do deer. And it's so cold in South Dakota, they would dress the deer and hang them in the second garage over the winter. When winter went away, they'd start defrosting, and then we'd process the meat.
Yeah, and to answer Terry A's question, I don't know. I think the game's tied at 2-2 right now. So that should be interesting. Last time I checked, I do bet on hockey. That's one sport I enjoy betting, and I usually only do the over-unders because with hockey, I don't know. For me, it's a little easier. Like baseball is a little hard to bet on. But
has anybody ever? This is not related to hockey. Back to the hunting. Has anybody ever hunted, or I guess been in a helicopter and shot at some hogs or something like that?
My friend has. I haven't. No.
Right.
Chris?
Yeah, you say be in a helicopter shooting hogs and stuff.
Yeah. Strap in and you hang up the side.
Yeah. From a helicopter, not flying it, but you're a passenger and you're heading down. You're chasing some hogs or whatever. And you ever done anything like that?
You mean like door gunner type stuff?
No. Yeah. So freaking politically correct. Yeah, door gunning. Okay, I'm sorry I messed up.
No, that's a door gunner. That's from Vietnam, dude.
Yeah, I know. My dad actually has said that same comment. I was like, he just took me back. But
that's not politically correct.
That's correct. Yeah,
that's
I know.
Correct.
Yeah, I know. No, I've never done it. I don't think I would want to do it. My cousin's done it many times. I want to fly the helicopter though.
Right.
I would get a lot more fun out of flying the helicopter.
Me too, dude.
Oh yeah.
I want a helicopter so bad, man.
People understand that you got to thin the herd, man, and that it's the same thing we have like up north. You got coyotes that like walk into people's backyards and stuff.
We have deer here, man, in Baltimore County here, man. Deer are going crazy.
but
because they're on crack. But here in the woodlands, they're actually we have way overpopulation.
You're probably right.
The deer get spooked and run off. Coyotes attack and get aggressive.
Coyotes be snatching little pups and dogs out of the yards around here, man.
Yeah, they'll do that. So I mean, so deer, it gets crazy because I mean, seriously, like a deer is just they gravitate towards traffic, dude. I don't know what they're thinking.
No, man.
You're right.
There's a car. Go get it.
Yeah. So at the front of one of the entrances in my I guess my community, there is it's huge, like it's like foliage, whatever, and it's in the woodlands, right? And there's actual deer statues or silhouettes, full size. So from a distance, they look real, like kind of the shadow of a deer. The problem is the deer thinks they're real, so they're right at an entrance into one of our communities, and so you got 4 lanes of traffic coming in and out of this thing. So what do you think that attracts, man? All these damn deer. There's always some deer getting hit. Always, man. It's just sad. I don't know. It looks nice, but it's just not safe for the deer. And they always will get up and run off, man. You know, it's due to the cars that get the most damage, man. They can do some damage. I think one of the funniest scenes I had seen, I think it was a movie called Uncle Buck with John Candy in it. I think it was John Candy. Remember that deer scene where he hit? Was it a deer he hit or was it a moose or something?
Yeah, something came through the windshield. Yeah,
it goes to the windshield and it's
Uncle Buck
freaking lives. Yeah, that jacked me up as a kid. I remember seeing that movie as a kid, and then now when I see deer, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I used to work for a little bit at a place called Dallas Peterbilt, the semis.
Yeah, Peterbilt. Yeah, that's
okay.
A lot.
Because I went to auto body tech school for a long time. I graduated. And
oh, cool.
I used to do auto body work a little bit, and they were telling me a story where 18-wheeler rig, no trailer, ran over a moose, and the moose was stuck in the back wheels, and so they couldn't drive the rig. So they get the wrecker out there, and they pick it up, so they can get the moose out. The moose gets up, walks away, and they got to put the dang semi on a trailer and haul it back to get it fixed.
That makes no sense, man.
Moose are huge.
They're huge, man. They are huge animals. They look, we're not talking about.
They're mean too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're very aggressive. They're not they're bigger than deer, right? I mean,
yeah.
I saw some videos maybe on YouTube where you have tourists. It's like called crazy tourists or something like that.
Yeah.
They're going up to moose and bison, trying to get that shot and. The freaking wild animals looking. I'm like, are you serious right now? And they just trample over these innocent, or I would say these not innocent.
When I was in Canada teaching martial arts to the peace officers and sheriffs and stuff, I was in a cabin, dude, out there in this resort area, and those caribou would come right up to your window and look inside your cabin. That was weird.
Caribou, those are like reindeer, right? Considered.
Yeah, they're big too. They're creepy looking.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy looking.
Oh. So Terry A wants to update on your project since we're waiting on the launch. He doesn't say which project. He says
which project. So with Property Flex, looks like we're moving forward, and in our talked about this. We're moving forward with setting up shop in the Cayman Islands. That's one of the things that was recommended by some people that are, let's say, the team over at Vulcan. We met with those guys, and they're asking how are we set up as a company, and we're looking for a place that's actually a location here that's going to be crypto friendly. So we're thinking about the Cayman Islands. It looks like we're going that route. That's one. Number two, in ours already reached out to Caitlin because we had a very good meeting. Was it last week about being listed on the Vulcan project list? So they were asking us some things if we could take care of a few things. We've pretty much met. I believe we met everything they've asked. If not, it will be taken care of relatively soon, hopefully next week or so. But I will say that we are hoping to get listed on the Vulcan project list. So you can see us in that drop down as well. That's Property Flex with EcoToken. Go ahead.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was saying Prism, but go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, and I'll get to Prism. And then we got EcoToken, which is another project we're working on with another blockchain. We can't talk about who they are yet, but we had a meeting with their CEO and founder and director. I mean, all the C-level execs over there, and it was a very, very, very good meeting. So we're in fact they're really they're making a lot of recommendations so that they can help us essentially. They're like, we'd love to be a part and have you guys a part of our blockchain. So if you here's some things that we hope you guys can I get maybe there were some questions they had, some changes we need to make. There's a lot of things we've got to do. But all in all, it's looking very good for that one as well. So two different blockchains, two different projects, and they're going about the same speed. We're excited. So NR and I are free. We're about to we're busy now, but it's going to get really busy, especially if both of these things get turned on at the same time. And hey, Vulcan's talking about Gamma in the next 24 to 48 hours, right? So if that happens, and then Property Flex is going to be all speed ahead. I mean, we're going to be running on all cylinders to push that one out 100%. So we're just waiting for Gamma, right? And then we can get started on our part. And then we've got Prism, which is the blockchain that we're building with the Layer 0 blockchain that we're building with the TCL community, prismchain.io. We're still moving forward with that one. TCL has put out some updates on what we're waiting on. At this point, I'm just waiting on TCL to give me the crypto lead, to give me the lead, like where we at on it. My hands are tied at this point. I mean, I'm just waiting on him to tell me where we're at on it. They're still under some development. There's some things are kind of trying to button up, because we could literally launch it right now, but there are some things we need to make sure that they're addressed. And remember, we're building for scalability, so we want to make sure we don't give ourselves we don't want to give ourselves I guess any problems ahead, like we could have waited, we should have waited before we did this. So because we are building a Layer 0 and it's from scratch, it's on the Cosmos stack technology, we're just taking our time with it. And again, we got ARM, of course. So ARM is still there. And remember, ARM has nothing to do specifically with Prism. We're not using ARM to financially to build Prism. Prism is on its own. We the core team, myself and Arna and TCL and Randall and a couple of other people, we're the ones building that. That's coming out of our pockets doing that. So it has nothing to do with ARM. So if so ARM is still there, right? So if you can still, I mean, I know people have been selling off, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't affect Prism either way. But if you hold on to ARM, that we're going to have a swap for ARM to Prism. So there will be some benefits in that regard, but it's not necessary, right? So, but yeah, remember, ARM was just something that we launched to see if we can do it. We did it. We got a lot of good positive response out of it. So now we're moving into Prism Chain. But
yeah, and then the Chris Cruz token coming out. No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah. The moment he says that, he gives us on that.
I was joking. I was just joking.
Yeah.
He said no, he's not doing it. I mean, I'm just joking.
No. Yeah, just to piss you off, I'm gonna call it the peanut butter token.
Okay.
They're gonna call it the jelly.
The jelly token.
No. Jelly token.
He's gonna call it the almond butter token.
Ugh.
I know, right? It's nasty, right? I tried that, man. I went to Whole Food, got that. I was like, I don't know who thought about this shit, but they're fired.
Yeah, but they're wrong. They're wrong.
Yeah, they're straight up wrong. That is not peanut butter. I mean, I've even had the natural peanut butter, like the one from the Whole Foods. That even that you realize, damn, they don't. Where's all the sugar at? But it's
sugar.
Sugar. Yeah, they fooled me, man. They fooled me.
Jif, you go Jif. Let's go Jif, man. Well, this is the longest y'all's channel's ever been quiet. We've been live. This is crazy.
Oh yeah, man. Well, we got NR.
A lot going on. It's a lot going on. I got pictures of my grandson. He's what is he? He's in pre-K this year, I think. Almost pre-K. He's processing deer meat on the counter at his house down there in San Angelo. You know what San Angelo is?
San Angelo, California.
No, dude, we're Texans. Come on, man.
No, I've not been there.
Midland, Midland, Odessa.
Midland, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Midland many times. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, man. Let's get that spoon.
Yeah. Now I got a knife.
Knife and some
so
celery.
I'm using a knife and actually some saltines.
Saltine crackers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a go-to staple, man.
Yeah, man. Is that your go-to peanut butter?
That's my brand. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Brand.
Sam's Club, baby. Get like 2 big ass,
big old ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's only
And
peanut butter's only peanut's only good.
Man.
It's only good when it's in a cup, and that's gonna be a Reese's peanut butter cup. You know what I mean?
Well, I like those too, man. I like the
chocolate.
big cup. I like that big cup, the big fat one.
Yeah, I'm all about dark chocolate, man.
Like
dark chocolate.
Yeah,
dark chocolate, man. I'll tear that shit up, man. And I'm talking about the real dark stuff.
Wrong contract? Is there a contract? Did he put the contract out yet?
It sounds like it's up.
Yeah,
is it up?
Yeah, so I would say go for it. You know,
you see where Terrier said they're whitelisted on they signed up on the whitelist. I don't know Terry, but for your property flex, it says Terry signed a whitelist. Yeah, don't miss your buying, guys.
Yeah. Don't pay attention to us, guys.
Yeah.
Now finally, Terry and I can talk. You guys never
Well, these guys are making money, and two of us are.
Yeah. Don't forget us, guys. When you're
rich.
When you're rich,
we'll still be here. Same two people. Did you see Terrier's comment? They signed up the whitelist on Public Flex. I don't know how to pull things up or to show you, but I don't think I can pull it up. So
what's that?
Oh, Terrier has a comment saying he signed up.
Oh, you know what? Let me.
And I don't know how to do all this stuff anyhow. I'm just.
I'm gonna add you to my team. I'll do that on the next one, but.
Okay. Then to show me how to do stuff.
Yeah. Then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to pull up comments, and you can it'll stream to your channel by default and all that. Well,
I just don't want.
You get a lot more power.
You don't want to ignore people because I hate when you're on lives and then no one pulls your comment up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I got you.
So that's kind of cool, right, Terrier? Yeah.
Says I signed up for the whitelist. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks, Terry. I appreciate that, man. So this morning. I've been working on our Discord. I've got a deadline. I've missed a deadline because of off-chain work I got going on.
New contract going on.
Yeah. That kind of landed in my lap. So I'm going to take care of that, of course. But all this morning, I am working on our Discord for Property Flex. I'm working on we've already got a couple of other social platforms that we're going to be launching from, but specifically the Discord. Once we invite you to that, and after you're going to be able to get the real to real, you're going to be able to talk to the team and get real. I mean, obviously we'll be doing lives and, we'll talk about it, but you can at that moment ask real questions, or I would say real questions. I would say get quick answers, right? Because we're going to be active in the Discords, but it's Wednesday, 8:32 p.m. here in Texas Central Time.
The real time. The only time.
I don't even say the real time. I say the only time that matters. The only time that matters is Central. I'm trying to get this done before Friday. I might get it done tomorrow. Depends on how my night goes. But I've made a lot of progress on it. Because if you guys remember, one of the things that Milky is very keen on and is excited about and wants to bring to the Property Flex investors and community is education. So we're going to be setting it up in that regard. So it's one thing to go to a Discord and you're just chatting and you get to just kind of hang out with guys and ask them questions and post memes, but it's going to be really geared towards where you're going to be able to really follow along with the projects and actually hear from the two. We got Richard and we've got a legendary crypto legend, I believe is his name. I don't know his first name. And then we got Milky. These guys got so much knowledge in the real estate space.
Is it Richard?
So it's Richard, yeah. So we want to be able to set up we want to be able to facilitate, I'm not gonna say classrooms, but a place where they can go and really bring what they know about real estate. Because I don't know a lot about it. I just know, hey, that I want to invest in that. Here's some money, make a return. I'm not the one going out grabbing the permits, drawing up the contracts, working with all the suppliers and all that. That's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm just an investor like everyone else. But these guys bring a lot of experience. So of all my projects that I'm involved in, Property Flex is my absolute. That's my baby, man. I love that one.
Yeah, this is not to say it weirdly, but this is your safe food if you're Brian Legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my Seifu. Yeah, no, I would say because I think Seifu for Brian Legend was, and I think we can all agree, I don't think he really thought it was going to blow up like it did.
Right.
I think anybody did. I think it surprised him and everybody else. Yeah. So but he decided to go ahead and take. He could have just took the ball and went home with it. But he says, you know what, we got something here. Let's continue. Let's build
make it better.
Yeah. So that's what they're trying to do now. So, but I will say this: being in the community, being a part of this community, the ins and outs, ups and downs of what's been happening with Seifu. Because there's a lot, man. It's a roller coaster, and most projects don't get communities.
$5,200 for one ESCO right now. $5,300 for one ESCO right now. For $2,500, I got 0.3 ESCO.
0.3
ESCO. It's $5,600 now. It's just climbing.
God,
can you pull it up on the screen and see
it's
it?
climbing and climbing,
you
man.
Pull it on the screen so we can see it
is it available on Deck Screener or something? I can pull it up. Where's the contract? Can you put it in the private chat? Huh?
Somebody's making a lot of money tonight. It's not me.
Oh, here it is, right here.
I will cheer you guys on. Go, community, go.
Let me pull it up. I think this is it.
So did Greek get in too?
I'm not sure.
Well, they were on conference call together, so I'm sure they did. Confirm it. Greek and NR were all together. Wow! So for $2,500, he got a.
Yeah, here it is, right here. Let me open this up.
Yeah, and I know this is brand new at launch, but when I see candles like that, I run. I take my money and run, but
if I got in right here, I'd
here. I'd take my.
But you just don't know. There's going to be profits here. This is going to dump like a mug.
I would take my initial out plus what I would do. I mean, I'm not the richest guy in the room, but I would take my profit plus that again and let the rest ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If I had $1,000 in, I'd take $2,000 out. Is what I would do. Then I'd gamble the rest or ride the rest.
Let's see what the biggest buy-in was here. Let me see if I can sort this.
That's why I got quiet. I can't wait for these guys to come back on and say, I just made $28,000 tonight. I mean, steak dinner's on them when we get down there in Bryan, Texas, right?
Yeah, right.
I'll drive down for a steak.
All right, so buys are coming in $151, $1,400. They're getting about 0.07. So these are people swapping now. So let me go all the way back down. In fact, I could probably go to the.
I can't even see that with my glasses. I still
I got 0.35
for $2,500.
And now it's worth $2,800 at the moment.
And where'd you put in it? $2,500?
About 24. Now it's worth $3,000. It's climbing.
Oh, cool.
Dude, watch that money and flip it, buddy.
Let's see. Going with transactions.
Yeah, there's literally no sells coming in.
What's the biggest buy at one time that got through? I can't see my glasses on even, so. Yeah. And I contact my son-in-law. I say, hey, you want to try?
Someone's got 5. This guy's got 5 SGO. I don't know.
Somebody got 5 SGO?
Yeah.
What buy was he? What was he, first buy or third buy?
I actually clicked on his wallet.
Milky, I'll drop you the link in Discord, brother. Give me a sec.
Do you want to join?
Yeah, I contact my son-in-law who does all of the buy-ins like on these kind of projects.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I'll shoot you with my safe if you want to try. He goes, dude, I ain't worried about it. We don't have enough to worry about it. Because I have like 250, he has like 300. So like 500 safe food. We would got like 1/1,000,000th of a ESCO. So what's the price of safe food there? Let's see. Let's see.
Keep going, you son of a bitch.
$9,000.
Yeah, it's $10,000. It's $10,000 right now.
Yeah, it says 9,000. Well, Dexter said, okay. Dude, look at you guys make some money. All these rich folks in the house.
What's up, Milky?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah. 10 grand. Look at you guys. Well, I hope.
Can you hear me, can you?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Yes, sir, Milky. We hear you. I hope that Crypto Pride got in first, and I hope he can buy his Lambo tonight. He wants that Lambo.
I wouldn't buy a Lambo, man. I'd pay off my house.
I wouldn't. Dude, my house is paid for. I'm remodeling it myself, so.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're winning.
I'm getting on.
What about you? How much? I mean, you don't have to tell me, Milky. Did you get some Esco?
Yeah, I got some. I mean, I was shaking because that contract came in and my first couple of tries didn't go through. And I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do it for me, and I'm trying to do it for a friend as well. So you know what it's like? It's like put your own face mask on first and save yourself, and then get over to him. So
yeah. Can Milky can you turn your mic up, Milky, a little bit?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, hang on, 2 seconds. Let me do this. Hey,
Yeah.
Terry, is that better?
That's way better. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I think looking at my wallet now, I think I got, because I had to do it in 2 transactions as well, because I've just got over 5.
Oh,
5.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you got 50 grand sitting there, buddy. Good for you. It's 11,000.
I've got a 50 grand bill I've got to pay tomorrow as well.
It's $11,000 right now.
I mean,
is that right? 11.
I thought I was all. I thought, I'm all set up and everything, and then when it came through, when Brian dropped it, I was just looking at copying the contract, but I didn't. I clicked on the Pancake Swap link instead, and it reset everything. And I was like, "Oh, you suck!"
Oh man.
11,
yeah, just a silly mistake, right?
So, 16.
It's at 11.16 right now.
11.16. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. So my friend put in, what did he get in? Like $1,000. I got like 0.26 for him in the end because I had to sort my own shit out. So, but what's 0.26?
Well, NR said he spent 25 and got 0.0 something else. So you were in quick then. Yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty set up. I mean, I could have done better, but anyway, I'm super excited about it. So.
Dang, Rich said he got 14. Shit.
Ooh, what?
Oh, nice.
Nice, bro. Nice. So the liquidity right now is 6.6 million.
It's all good for Vulcan right now, isn't it? Too bad it's not on the blockchain.
What'd you get, Milky? What'd Milky get?
5.
5? Hell yeah, Milky.
Bro, Rich Hudman got 14.
I saw that. 14. Damn.
Hey, Rich, remember, bro, I was out in Philly, bro. Remember me? Remember that one guy?
12 now. Look.
Congratulations, Rich.
Teddy won 9.77. Go ahead, Teddy. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want those nodes we were talking about, brother.
Yeah, 12 grand.
Oh man.
Now it ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing until you actualize the profit. Okay, so
that's
remember that.
$100,000. It said 12 grand. It's got 9.
You can have 15 grand in the bank or in your wallet, but if everyone dumps, it can turn to $5. So just take your initial outs, take your profit, guys. It's no one ever went broke by taking profit.
Hey, so you like this, Kryptonian. So I've got my final payment of my divorce to pay. So I have literally just paid for it with crypto. So I'm super excited that I'm.
Dude, bro, we are celebrating, Milky.
So Milky's celebrating by paying for the whole Cayman Islands account. What a hell of a guy, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Milky.
Look,
thanks, brother.
Oh, bro, you didn't have to, bro. I mean, you want to call it a divorce payment, whatever you call it, bro. But I call it Cayman Islands.
What was that? What was that, Terry?
Teddy won's over $100,000 already.
Teddy won's over $100,000 right now.
So is Richard Hudman. He has 14. So what?
Richard Hudman has
14 times what's the price? 12.6, 12.8. So he's at $125,000.
The hardest thing for me was I had to do my
money and run
really bad.
Again.
Hey, NR. What's the last 4 digits of that contract address?
Price of Seifu.
What's that?
He's talking to somebody else.
Oh,
yeah. What'd you say, Kryptonian? I'm sorry.
what's the last 4 digits of that SGO contract? Is it BF50?
I dropped it in the I dropped it in the chat.
Oh,
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
private? My
No,
bad.
in the regular chat. It's
You're right.
BF50.
You're right,
Okay.
Kryptonian.
All right, bam.
Chris,
Yeah,
what'd
that's
you get? You get in, Chris?
No.
No. Richard Hubman has 14, and it's at 13. I'm doing my damn Prado calculator. He has 14. It's what 13 once. I'll do 13. Yeah. So Richard Hubman's sitting at $183,000, depending on what he bought it for.
Damn.
Time to pay that house off and be
Pay the house off, bro. Pay it half off, man. Do something, bro. You're up there in Philly, man. So
take that profit.
I know you got some taxes, man. So hey, you made 20 grand, bro. Congratulations.
Right. If he's in California, you're going to make half that, right? Because 51% tax in California.
It's 47% in Cali. I think it's about 43 to 47% in New York.
I would say,
and that's state tax. These got to pay federal tax, bro. It's crazy, man. And I could be wrong, but I know they have high taxes.
Do you see where Samsung is working on with some of the projects to have off ramp for crypto?
Oh man, it says I guess there's people trying to take profit, but they can't.
Uh-oh.
It says no one can sell if it's a honeypot. That's not cool, man. That's not cool, guys. No one can sell.
It's at 13.9 right, 14,000 right now. They're opening that thing up.
You should be able
Kryptonian. That's that AI working.
Yeah,
that's that AI.
Yeah, we told you guys AI ain't cool, ain't
right,
human friendly,
there
man.
You go. That's that AI working.
Yeah, that's that AI. Yeah, I told you guys. They're not gonna let you take your money, and they're gonna euthanize you. That's what AI does, man.
Well, 14 times 14 is 196.
I mean, what was it ever discussed? Like, would we be able to sell like at the time of?
They never said. I don't think they ever covered that. They didn't say you couldn't, but I don't think it was ever asked.
Well, there's a sell. Let's just
first sale right there. You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, come back up. Don't bother. Milky, get that paper paid off, buddy. Get free.
Yeah, no, I'm taking profits. I'm gonna leave a little bit behind to ride because I want to play the game for the next couple of months. Yeah. But I'm taking profits. I've got to get rid of her. So.
Yeah. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
There you go. So anyway, gents, I'm not going to take because I know it's a live stream and everything for you guys, and I just wanted to come on and celebrate with my friends. So.
Yeah, appreciate you, Milky.
Yeah, Milky. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Hey, Milky. Hey, try to get your profit out, bro. Try to pay for that divorce, dude. So
yeah.
Oh, no sell right there.
Just let me know, man. Make sure that's 100%.
It's still climbing,
send me a DM, man. I'm excited for you, brother. 100%.
I'll be honest. I'm going to leave it a couple of hours. I'm not going to do it straight away, but we'll see.
Okay. All right,
keep
man.
on.
I'll catch you later, guys.
All right, buddy.
So what are they predicting? What was Daniel's has to be to get a haircut? Did they go bald?
100K or something.
I don't know. Hopefully he hits it because that'd be some funny shit.
So you put 25 in, you said, and you have like 0.0 something, right? Wow, that's good for these guys to get their profit out. Again, this shakes my feathers a little bit, so I have a hard time doing it. But I can watch everybody else. I want a crock pot, not the microwave. 14, is that 14 what 8? It's almost 15 grand, dude.
So still on Bogged, there's still no root on Bogged.
Oh. Kryptonian's calling the president. Mr. Trump, we need your input.
Yeah, you can't use Bog Swap at all.
15 grand, dude. I'm trying to talk over
Terry, that's when you're supposed to just start talking, man.
Oh, I thought you should be quiet on the phone. So
you can talk all you want, brother.
No, I'm happy for Richard. Richard got 14 of these bad boys.
Yeah, man, I'm happy as hell for Richard. Way to go, brother. Guy. Yeah, man. I like to see good things happen to good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
15-4 at 14 of those bad boys. He's got to be over 200,000 by now.
Jesus, man. Go ahead, Rich. Hell
pay
yeah.
off the stuff. Yeah, I mean,
hell yeah. Well, that's what everybody anticipated. It's doing what everybody thought it was going to do, and here we go.
I just want this to carry over to
the price just dipped a little bit too, so somebody was able to sell.
15.5 right now. 15.6.
No, that's that AI.
Yeah. Allen Iverson did that crossover.
Oh, that is right. That is right. If the price of Say Food dipped.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
Yeah.
What's Say Food sitting there now then? Say Food's what? $1.30? I'm gonna look. Yep, all you guys who got in early, I am happy for all you guys. Hope you take your position and don't let the prices change your plan. Do your plan, stick to your plan, and do what you said you're going to do before it started. Let's see what it says.
So if you go on Deck Screener, if you go on Deck Screener, it's being flagged as a honeypot.
Which means what? You can't take your money out?
Which is basically you can't sell. Yeah.
Which that's not cool. If that's the case, that sucks.
Which would make the price continue to just keep going, to just keep rising. Yeah.
Right. It can't go against itself. Right.
Chris, I'm curious to your thoughts on this, man. If you're still there listening, I'm definitely curious as to what Mr. Chris Cruz thinks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, can you pull down that Vulcan for life? Because it's blocking somebody. It's blocking you, I think. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. I've got my camera off.
And Chris is muted, so he's probably doing something.
He's probably busy. Yeah, so that's cool. I was gonna say I'd really like to hear Chris's thoughts, but
did you still talking to the Greek and Confirmant?
Yeah, I got Greek and Confirmant in my other ear here. So Greek's doing really well. I'll say that. Greek has pretty much hit his goal, not his ultimate goal, but he hit one of his goals, which was I'm happy for the guy. Let's just say that. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
It's his business.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'd really love to see good things happen to good people.
So, so it says 16 grand now. Oh, there's a sell right there. Went down a little bit, but it's 16 grand. Mr. Richard Hudden's at $250,000 right now.
Yeah.
I hope some people can become millionaires today, right now, in the next hour. You know what I'm saying?
I think Daniel said he's going live at 10.
Wonder what he got in. He said once he bought, he was going to come back on someplace.
Gotcha.
I wonder what he's got going on in his bag. 1611. That is crazy stuff. But if you can't sell it, then it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, that's.
And I don't know how to check the blockchain. Yeah. You guys
is it?
Oh, so Trev says no one's going to see any of these profit returns. They're all on paper, but the liquidity is not there. The last comment in our feed. So can't sell, not liking this. Teddy One said that. If I comment, and this is right here, right? I can. Okay, it has to be 90,000 for Daniel shave his head. Oh. I just commented. I'm not fighting. I'm just saying if you can't sell, it's not good. So where we're at now? We're at.
Yeah, I just tried to sell as well, and I keep getting an error. With 49% slippage, it just.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And who's that? Ulrich says
Right.
I can buy still.
49%.
49% slippage won't let me. Can't go over that. Yeah.
So what can you do? I don't know. I'm not sure how you can fix that, right? Milky said. Okay, you see Milky's comment?
You did swap 10 grand, didn't you?
You were live on that comment, buddy.
That's all good.
Okay.
That's all good.
You see Milky's comment?
I think it'll be down to low liquidity of the pairing. Remember, as I say 2 years ago, there was only 25K. There's no way Brian created him. No, I agree, Milky. No, I'm with you 110%, man. There's no way Brian created a honeypot. It's definitely something else.
What's back on here again? I can't see the price. What's it at? There you go. Pull it back. Who's controlling the Kryptonian?
I mean, did we have to wait until the B&B pairing opens up and there's more coming in? I mean, I don't know.
$12 was what he said, right?
Yeah, it's
16.5. Wow. Yeah, no. Well, I hope all these guys, while his money's sitting there, has a chance to do their.
Yeah, I tried to go on Bog Swap. It's not working at all. Bog it just says no root at all.
Well, let's see.
Which is ridiculous.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
It says Volume for Life says Clev Trey top holder
What's
has
that, Con?
$160 million worth. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, my 0.35 is now worth over $6,000.
Yep. Well, Clev Trey is supposed to be
0.35. That's some horse shit.
a top holder, and he has $160 million worth. And there's no way that much.
Ain't that a bitch?
Negative liquidity, right? Yeah. It's gonna be
It's cool.
It's gonna blow up Discord for sure, right? This thing keeps going like this. That's crazy stuff, man. And he launched it sooner than I thought, too. I thought he'd wait towards the middle of the end, you know? I didn't think he was going to do it so soon at the beginning. I was going to check this real quick. That's crazy stuff. And Mark says you cannot swap back to safe food? Question mark. And see, Big OD says Elliot. There we go. Elliot today at 9:45 p.m. at everyone. Please wait till the issue is resolved. Just pin post.
What's the issue?
What?
What is the issue?
They can't sell, and so Big OD in our comments said that where'd it go? I lost it.
That one
said Elliot today at 9:54 p.m. Everyone, please wait till the issue is resolved. Okay, you found it. Okay.
Yeah, what's the issue? No one can sell.
They can't sell. Looks like they're kind of.
Oh, this thing's gonna dump like a fake NASA rocket, bro. It's gonna hit the ocean fast.
It says somebody up here says that the one guy has $160 million worth.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna find it again.
160 million, but there's only like 4 million in liquidity. Doesn't make any sense.
Right. So that's probably the challenge, right?
Yeah, that means he owns all the liquidity. He owns all 2 million of it, right?
I would think so. Can't sell. Where'd it go? It's I saw the comments. I'm trying to find it again. Well, someone says he got 1.36% profits. There's a well miner having a interesting comment. Steve Endos said he could sell. Right. Trying to find the one that said $190 million.
I saw someone say they could sell back into Seifu. They could swap it back for Seifu.
Right.
Some money.
Yeah. So Vulcan for Life says top holder has like $160 million worth.
Who was able to sell back into Seifu?
I just saw a comment that says that they said, I think you can sell back into Seifu.
I mean, that would be the only way you could sell because that's the only pairing up right now.
Right.
So if nobody's selling, then no, they didn't.
Yeah.
Richard Hudman said, I tried Pancake Swap.
Yeah.
Kept selling, then used PooCoin and went through with 150% slippage. So what went through? He sold it?
Yeah. No, he's talking about the swap.
Okay.
So he improvised. He pivoted. Good job, Rich. He tried Pancake Swap, didn't work. Then he went over to PooCoin and it worked. So he didn't just stick to one option, right? So
he did your thing, Kryptonian. He pivoted.
He pivoted. Man. I love it, bro. I love it.
Man. Got to be ready to pivot with everything in life, man.
That's right.
That's a life lesson right there.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy for you, Rich. You have no idea, brother.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, man, when good things, great things happen to good people, man. It's awesome.
All Rich says he meant he still can't buy, and he's upset about it.
Still can't buy.
Still, he has the mad face emojis.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Follower says, "Looking ugly, guy. Looking ugly, lol."
Ah, there's Crypto Legend there, Kryptonian. How's it going, brother? Good to see you, Crypto Legend. Hope you were able to get in. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, Rich. Good stuff.
Yeah, Rich. Good for you, man. We're proud of you. We're happy for you.
Hell yeah. I'm happy as hell for you.
Amazing with a lot of profits. You know.
What's up, Crypto Legend?
You guys know Crypto Legend is our fourth partner, along with Milky in Property Flex. He's the guy that brings the flex to Property Flex.
That's right. I will pump you up.
Mm-hmm.
17,000. Hit a red numbers now. Look at that. Mrs. Worldwide says hi.
What's going on, Miss Worldwide? Wow, this is probably the most viewers I've ever had. Everybody's like, I can't sell. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're all buying and selling. We're alive, just kind of comment on it. What'd you get, Mrs. Worldwide? You said you're buying in tonight. What'd you get? What Dano get? Who was first? Does anybody claim they were first yet and show their wallet?
Nah, the first is going to be the one that says, I sold. That's going to be the first guy.
Yeah. I was wondering who got first and to put the wallet up there so we can check it. Jacko 13? Jaco or Jacko 13 said he got 0.64. I don't see Crypto. Oh, Crypto Legend got 9. Milky got 5. Crypto Legend got 9. Nice.
Oh, Yanny Boy got 9. Looks like.
Oh, Yanny Boy. Okay, sorry. Was it 17-1? As it stalled out? Man. So I'm not sure, like, how do you actually figure out what's gone in now? What is can you see where the liquidity is added up to yet or not?
Yeah, the liquidity is about 4.3 million right now. We have, let's see. Well, I'm sorry. Liquidity is 7.5 million. I'm sorry. The volume is about 4.3 million. My bad.
Okay.
So the current price is 17,329 according to Dex Screener. The market cap is about 866 million.
Well, Daniel said $1 billion.
Fully diluted. What's that?
DP was saying it hit $1 billion. So
yeah, I mean, of course, all the volume. Yeah, he said it hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
But is there $1 billion in there? No, of course not. You know.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, volume. I mean, you know, As long as if there's $1 billion in there, that's when we're talking. You got $1 billion liquidity. Yeah, shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Mrs. Worldwide says I think Dano got 6.
6. Okay.
Big OD got 7. You guys are all sitting pretty, guys.
If you can sell.
You're right. Yeah, I'm just saying. In theory, it looks good on paper, right?
So I think that the getting in was definitely tough, but getting out is going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot tougher.
What do you think Wellmeyer's comment means? It's all in caps.
Which one? Wellminers?
Yeah, it's like the third from the bottom. What does that mean?
He says BL needs to stop bleeding people.
Oh, bleeding. I read as buying. Sorry.
I don't see any blood. I don't see any blood. What are you talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro?
BL needs to stop people buying. So basically just stop the buying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like until they fix the sell, I guess until they fix the sell issue. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Wow. There you go.
Luis MG said 11 Esco for 800 Seifu.
Barry got 0.69 for 5,000 Seifu. 0.69. Of course, Barry got 69.
I see a red candle, but where's that candle coming from? I'm starting to see some candles here, guys. You see this here?
Yeah.
I see a red candle. Yeah, but see, that could go down if the price of Seifu went down a little bit, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. If it's paired, yeah, that's it. You're right. There. That's the Seifu guys right here.
Yeah, Seifu dips. That's gonna dip because it's paired with it.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily.
People are swapping back.
Well, no, I don't think they can.
They can't.
I haven't been able to sell at all.
Luis said the 11 Esco with 800 Seifu. That's a good buy.
Yeah.
He's got what?
It says 11. Look, pull up. It's like the third from the bottom, fourth from the bottom. Grab a little berries. Go one more down.
A lot of good people made some good money tonight, at least on paper. So let's see how the selling goes.
Yeah, it's not money until it's actualized.
Until it's in your off ramp. Now's a good time for your commercial.
Bro, I'm sorry, Milky. I didn't mean to kill your vibe, bro. I hope you get it all, man. Milky, if anybody I hope they make that sell. It's Milky, man. You deserve it, bro. You're a hard worker, man.
He doesn't care about you, NR. Doesn't care one bit. As long as Milky gets it, he's happy.
It goes without saying. He knows. He knows.
That's already assumed, man. Yeah. I just that's my brother from another mother.
That's right,
there.
brother.
So,
that's right, man. If he loses, I lose. That's how it works, man.
Yeah, that's what I
feel the pain too.
You never have to be invited for dinner because you're always invited for dinner, kind of thing. You always know to show up.
That's because I'll call him tomorrow and I'll be crying on the phone. You know?
I've been in Dallas already. I'm like, bro, again? You didn't tell me you're gonna be in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm headed back out of town. I was there for like the last 5 hours.
Yeah. He likes to do that shit, man. Oh yeah, I was in your neighborhood like yesterday. Like what? What are you talking about?
I drove by your house.
Yeah.
There's a picture and send it to you. I will find you. I will hunt you down and find you.
Yeah.
So we're at 16 now. Look, it was at 17 earlier. Now we're at 16, so it had to go down, right?
I can't sell anywhere. I've been trying to sell everywhere. Can't sell.
Hey, what's going on in the Discord? Are they talking about the selling in there? Have they mentioned it?
Sounds like someone said there's an AMA going on.
There's a live AMA, like an audio one?
Hold up.
I don't know where it's at. If it is.
Oh wow. Frank family over everything said 4K down the drain. Shake my head.
No, I agree.
No, he's agreeing to a phone call. Let you comment, Frank.
Is Prado going live? He's 3 minutes away. He's going live in 3 minutes. Okay. Prado's going live in 3 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Barry, I got let's see, what did I get? 0.3. I got 0.35, Barry, for $2,500 in Seifu.
Yeah, someone in Discord said it's locked up, no selling for 24 hours.
Locked up, no selling for 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean that's just a comment.
That's somebody.
Yeah, I mean that should have been like kind of like told to everybody.
Yeah, that'd have been nice to know before.
Yeah, you just don't keep that shit close to.
Hey, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be the greatest thing since ever, but you can't sell it for 24 hours. Come on, man. I mean that's not cool. I'm not saying that's what happened, but
yeah, that's not an official announcement.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
just someone in Discord said that.
I don't think it's official. I hope it's not official because that would not be cool, man.
It says AMA says he didn't know anything yet. The last comment on the screen.
Cool.
Yeah. Daniel can go live, but we already live.
And the app is not up yet, guys.
That's weird. Well, yeah, there's only one pair you can trade with, so yeah.
Yeah, they're in here saying that BoxSwap still does not have a router for Seifu Go.
No, yeah, it says no route.
Yeah,
and Bogged. It's been saying that from the beginning because I was trying to use PancakeSwap and Bogged, and no, not a near, not a nothing. So yeah.
Saying liquidity is dropping because Seifu is dropping, I believe.
The price of Seifu is dropping, I believe, yeah. Which is why you're seeing the red candles. Which is it's pretty odd considering.
I like Crypto Legends comment.
Yeah.
Save my money for property flex.
There you go. Yeah, I didn't go all in on this. I mean, I did put a nice little chunk in here, like 25 hundo.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a nice little chunk, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I certainly don't want to lose that.
So Seifu's down to $1.20 right now, is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Around $1.20. Well, Kryptonian said it's going down the teens once it drums up.
Yeah, it's at 114.
Yep.
He should have bust that dollar and go down lower is what Kryptonian's prediction was.
I think it's going low.
Low can you go? Wow. I'm just going back and looking. So the person that had the most we know so far is Rich Hudman, right? 14.
Yeah, what was it?
I'm just looking back to see who has the most. I think Rich Hudman had the most, didn't he? 14 on our comments. Big swap kill goes some because it's time back safer than people on the street. It's crazy. This is where's my phone? So what's the price? It's 15. It's at 15.7 right now, according to Dex Screener. So it went down from 17 or almost 18.
What is it? What is it now?
Is that 15? I think I just pulled it up on Dex Screener or Dex Tools. Let me see. It says it's 15.7. That's right.
15.7, right?
Yeah, that's what it's showing now. It says liquidity.
Yeah, 15.7. So it's crazy. So it's crazy that no one can sell right now. That to me is just I don't understand that. Like, why? Is there a glitch? How come they're not making an announcement about it? How come they are not talking about it? Where's the announcement where they say you can sell in, T minus 5 minutes, 35 minutes, 24 hours? I mean, you just do not put. I mean, that is the definition of a honeypot, man. I mean, when you can't sell, you buy into shit and you can't sell. I'm not saying it's a honeypot, but it looks like one. So what's up, man? I mean, you gotta let people take profit. I mean, this shit's gotten out of control. It's like 15K. Well, it's gone way higher than I thought it would go.
Was it right at 18? I mean, right at 18.
Yeah, it looks like we got about 6.7 million liquidity right now. So,
yeah.
And Seifu's dumping right now, dude. Seifu's
I hate to say it, but the Seifu dumping right now, to me, that just I don't know, man.
That's like, what the fuck was up with that, dude?
Yeah, man. It's yeah.
So it's like you guys watch the left hand while the right hand is doing something else. You know, it's just not cool, man.
It's definitely not cool. Everybody's money, you know, everybody's kind of locked up and Seifu just happens to be dumping. I mean, look at that shit.
Yeah, and you can't go back to Seifu. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. We can't go back to Seifu to get out of it at all. So it's like, you know, I'm sitting here holding my dick and I'm not able to do anything. You know?
Yeah, dude, that's
definitely not cool. It's definitely not cool.
So I definitely not that I'm in or anything, but for all my friends that are in it, there needs to be some sort of explanation on this, man. I like
Balls Deep's comment.
What do you say? Oh, good evening, fellas. That's just another boring Wednesday, huh? That one?
Reading his dictionary again.
Yeah.
I bet he does. My father-in-law, when he was a young man, he read the encyclopedia and dictionary for fun. Smart man. He was Google before Google was around. He passed on way too early in life.
Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna go check out Discord real quick.
Check out some wallets.
Now I want to see what the people are saying, because you know it's all about what the people are saying, right?
Right. It's the same people in every project right now, so money's
it's everybody watching, right? So those watching and want to know what the hell's going on. Guys, I'm sure you're probably watching us going. Look, we got somebody right here. Gmo Volt says, "Hey, Kryptonian, I agree. A bad feeling in my gut." Yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid of, guys. Right here, right fucking here, right here. I was gonna swap into that, and there was no way to get out of it. Because normally I can just, I'll just swap right back. Well, I can't now. You know, if those of you that have swapped, while your safety net is dumping on your ass, you can't get out of it. That's why. And the problem, and I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no, hey guys, I'm sorry. You know, I'll give you 55 cents to make it better. That ain't. There's millions of dollars at stake here, or I would say thousands and thousands of dollars that are just vanishing before your eyes. Someone's taking the money. You know, someone's selling and say on the Seifu side. Maybe it's those that haven't swapped over yet, saying, "Fuck that, I'm not getting that shit." It's a trap. It's a trap. Everybody. You know, it's like I do with the Star Wars thing. You know, the Star Wars meme. You know, it's a trap. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's the definition of a honey trap. They get you in, and you can't sell, and then you know, and you're kind of stuck holding the bag. And
depending on what he paid to get in, he was sitting at $250,000 before.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, guys, but you know, it looks like that, and I'm sure there's going to be a great explanation as to what's going on. Like, why can't we sell? And if I'm going to the safe, maybe I should pull up the Discord and see what's going on here. But let's see. Couldn't find it.
As you're doing that, I'm buying other crypto over here on my weekly stuff.
On your weekly stuff?
My weekly buy-ins.
Brian's doing an emergency.
Emergency.
Here we go again. Another fucking emergency. Another emergency, man. Here
Discord call. So he's
tired of the emergencies, man. Tired of the emergencies.
You guys want to open that up? If you want to go into Discord and open it up, Kryptonian, so we can hear the emergency
let me get in there real quick.
Yeah, he's talking right now.
Let me share it if I can. You guys
say, where's my money?
If not, maybe Chris, you might have to pull it up.
All I gotta say is, bitch, better have my money.
Where's my money?
You anybody?
Is Dano on? Let me go check his page real quick to see what he's doing. Ooh, that's a full page of people.
Can you guys hear it?
No. Yes.
Yes. Chris, can you bring it up? Or NR?
and we'll talk about what went on, because we've been going through and looking at everything.
Can you hear it?
And seeing, okay, what was the issue, and we can see what the issue is. And we'll
the AI.
We'll talk about the mitigation. How we essentially undo that, and then other things and stuff like that. So
that is important. You're right, to make sure that everyone is of the understanding that yes, the funds are safer, as what they say, right?
Yeah,
they are safer. So you don't need to worry. We'll get this thing sorted. But let us talk to you about what basically happened.
Yeah, what happened, the process. Yeah, the process from this point and all that. So.
So first of all, yes, as you guys know, the price of Seifu Go jumped from literally $1 through to over $16,000, Nacho. Absolutely insane price action. But I think that only happened for a particular reason, and that's what we're about to go over here as well, Nacho. So do you want to tell everyone about the routing problem and why that also correlates with people that are unable to sell presently? And I'll allow you to speak about that.
So we were watching all the transactions, and we saw all the buys and all that stuff. And then at first we were thinking, okay, great, everybody's just buying in. We weren't seeing any sells. So that's when we were looking and saying, okay, well, what's going on with that? So basically, Brian tried to do a sell. He tried to buy one, and then he tried to do a sell, and he got a reversion on that. And we're going, okay, is that why things are going the way they are? So we looked at the transactions that were going through, and we noticed that when you take a look at the transaction, it says it's interacting with the V2 router contract. Now, ESCO and where the liquidity was added was in V2. Basically, we went through and looked at when we added liquidity. There is the option for where you put the liquidity, V2, V3, and all that. So we set it for that, set all of that, and then and there you go. So why Pancake Swap and Bog Swap are not respecting the setting in terms of saying, well, this is a V2, this is registered under the V2 router. Why it's using V3, we don't know. But that's why you're not seeing any of the routes, because the routes they don't exist on V3, they exist on V2. So then we tried to do. We were thinking, okay, great. Is that the same thing on Bog Swap? So Brian tried doing it on Bog Swap. He had the same thing. It actually said, that's where it said no route found. Okay, and that only happens when, again, it's not looking at the right contract. So we're going, why is the Pancake Swap, or why is everything going through V3? So I would say that that's probably the first big unforeseen thing. When we do the testing, we do the testing with the V2 router because that's what we're launching in. That's what the contract's set up with. Where everybody's having the problem is not even at the contract level. It's being stopped because it's going through the wrong router. So we were spending our time, once we figured that out, we're trying to figure out, okay, is there another way? That's why we're thinking maybe we got to tell everybody you got to go through Bog Swap if you want to sell. But that didn't happen. So it was trying to figure out what is the other way to allow people to do that. But in the meantime, we're watching all the stuff go up. And then, let me get to the other part too. All the Seifu that people have swapped and all that stuff, that's still in the LP. And the LP, that's the reason why we could say, we could go undo this, because the later on what can happen is that the LP can be moved into the treasury, and then from the treasury, basically we would airdrop the Seifu back out to the people based off of the transactions.
So let's just make sure people understand first, before we go on to that point, that the first point, which is the routing, basically what Nacho is saying is that the contract and the way we've designed things goes through the V2 Pancake Swap router. but for some reason, it is when you try to use PancakeSwap or BogSwap, it's trying to route through the V3, and even trying to bypass that, which I did to try to use V2, it still didn't work. So there's not a problem with the code. It's just something that we need to try to do a deep dive on and see how we can solve that, which should be a probably just a very, very small thing we need to adjust. So yeah, it wasn't routing. So that's the reason why you can't sell now. Now, also, before we mention about the LP, which Nacho was about to say, is that we've currently put a stop on all buys across the board, which is what we call AI training mode. So when the training mode's on, literally no buyers, no orders can go through it all. So that's why you won't be able to you may not even be able to transfer tokens around. I don't know. But yeah, it's completely stopped. And we need to do that for a reason, because on point 2, which Nacho was about to mention, is we're going to go ahead now and basically do an entire refund for everyone. So don't worry, your funds are safe, all right? They're in the LP. So Nacho was just about to mention, yes, we've got the SAFU in the LP. I'll let you go ahead. Go for it.
Yeah, so it's just like that. So I guess the next point is talking about what the refund process is, so everybody get back their SAFU. So nobody lost any SAFU. It's all in the LP. So the next step basically is,
we didn't lose SAFU, but the fucking value dropped fucking 60%. So yeah, we did, dickheads.
Get all that information. What wallet?
Couldn't sell, take profit off what you bought either.
Amount. And then there'll be an airdrop that sends that back out to the wallets and the people and stuff like that. And so that will basically revert that out. So again, it
looks like Bob Bobo, who is
what happened with the router? Why it went
buys would have been routed the same way as sells. I agree. I think
yes,
I'm
100%, man.
I'm
not buying it either, man.
We're doing.
I really don't. I'm sorry.
We're not testing on mainnet.
It's a little too convenient that
did
the price of SAFU dumped the way that it did while everybody was locked the fuck up.
Like a setup where you have a V3.
I don't know. When it looks like chicken and tastes like chicken, it's usually chicken.
And it's a rattlesnake.
Whether the trade you're doing is V3 or V2.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
SAFU's under $1 now.
Right. So I'll get my SAFU back, but it's going to be worth half, if not less than what it was when I went into this horseshit.
So.
Yeah, they're 2,500 now is what's that?
Ridiculous, man.
Well,
want to realize they're not panicked. Okay, for those that are panicking, like selling all your SAFU now, if you hold it.
And again, I come back to what I said before. If we're getting ready to launch a blockchain, why are we even fucking with this dumb shit?
Live broadcast, obviously, to bring you exactly what we've seen, what we're going to do about it, and obviously remedy the situation. So don't think for 1 second that either this is a rag or whatever.
The only remedy he can do is get like everything you bought in with the swaps.
So whatever
but the guys who made money and they can't sell and can't take profit and pay off their divorce papers.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen, Terry, is we're going to go back to it was the free market that dumped SAFU, and there's nothing that anyone can do about that.
No, don't worry about any of that. It's irrelevant because you just.
I'm sorry. I know you guys are trying to listen to this. I'm just slightly heated.
The tax fees or anything like that, like you get it all back, right?
I'm glad I didn't switch over like I thought about.
Is because all those funds are locked in the LP. That the SAFU Go Treasury will be removing all that LP because it has to in order to distribute it back to you guys as holders. All right. So when you will see the SAFU liquidity basically go to zero. Okay. That is basically us, the Treasury, getting those funds back. So that's the ESCO and the SAFU. Don't worry about the ESCO side. It's just the SAFU, right? And then, like I said, me and Nacho will work together about redistributing that back to all the holders. You'll get the same amount of SAFU back. And there was a positive thing about all this here, Nacho, that I think we should cover. And that is that even though this may look like a shit show on the surface, all right, I totally that. I get it. Not many people would be happy about the situation.
I don't think anyone's happy about it. What do you mean, many?
Nacho isn't happy about the situation. Nobody's happy about the situation. But there is always a glass half full cause, all right, which I always see. And this is
not when there's a hole in the damn glass.
Okay. That we didn't have any buy limits when we launched this. Okay. And what I saw when going through the first amount of transactions, so the first 5, I think it was the 5th transaction or the 6th transaction, okay? There was about 4 transactions before, which is about $6,000, $1,500, $400, like little ones. But on the 5th or 6th transaction, if you go back on the blockchain, you'll be able to see on the initial launch, a wallet spent $59,000 worth of Seifu, and they bought literally half of the LP, just under half. They bought exactly 10,000 Seifu Go. All right. So if you want to do the maths on that, okay, hypothetically, if this shit show didn't happen, what, for lack of a better word, we'll call it, all right, if it didn't happen and this thing actually went through properly, then that guy or girl, whoever that wallet is, okay, that literally has 10,000 Seifu Go, you times that by the current price, which is what? 15,761. So times that by 15,761. You do the numbers with me. That is $157.6 million. And
he deserves it too.
That lucky person who got in straight away got 157, is currently sitting on $157.6 million worth of unrealized gains, which is insane. So if this all went through successfully, I have no doubt in my mind, I'm sure Nacho would agree, and all of you would agree, that if someone spent if you put yourself into this person's shoes and you spent $59,000, all right, and you're now got 157 mil, 100% of people are going to be selling that, 100%. Now, the only way they can sell that is what, guys? Because the BNB pool is not open yet, right? They would obviously sell it back into Seifu, right? And then take the Seifu and BNB pool and literally drain it to virtually zero, okay? That's what would have happened. They literally would have taken 157 mil, dumped it on the market, and got out the entire liquidity pool out of Seifu and BNB, which was about $6 million, give or take, which would have screwed absolutely everyone. All right, the entire community. It would have obviously screwed me more than anyone that, you know, technically is looking at the liquidity pool to own it in 12 and a half years when it unlocks, and, you know, there's money there, right, for the business, but it screws all the community if that would have happened. So this is a blessing in disguise. Look at it as a glass half full thing, which has happened. That whale and everyone else is obviously going to get their Seifu back that they spent. So the unrealized profit there of 150 odd mil, obviously that's not there any longer, right? So the question is now, because we've realized what has now happened, and we've seen directly with our own eyes, Nacho, what's happened, then the next step, the next course of action now is for us to relaunch, all right, fix the routing issue that we've explained, relaunch, but introduce buying limits, because that is an important thing. And I think you'd agree with me on that, Nacho, right? Introducing buy limits on our next launch.
Now we got buy limits.
Well, yes, it's just like exactly what you're saying. You know, they're seeing how the price action was happening and what whales were taking advantage of it. You know, it's.
But I thought that was all prevented through AI. What the fuck are you talking about?
Community to be able to have a fair shot at being able to trade with everything. So, you know, it's going through and putting that in place. But again, here's when you take a look at, just like what Brian said, even though, again, I agree too, it was a shit show. I mean, we're sitting there looking at this thing and going, hey, wait a minute, V3. The V3 router is going in. This V2, we set everything up for V2. We even clicked on the right buttons on the interface for PancakeSwap. Why it went through the other way, we don't know. But the fact that did happen became what would be a blessing in disguise, because then now all that Seifu is safe. If actually everything went through, you know, that could have been drained out. Then there wouldn't be an ability to do a refund. So in this way, it's you know, there's the ability to just undo, and then we could go and set that again, and then be able to put in some of these limits and things like that, and give everybody more of a fair shot at being able to participate. So
yeah, know. Look, both me and Nacho are taking full responsibility for this. There's nobody else we can blame or anything. It's obviously on us for potentially because like Nacho mentioned, we tested it on testnet, and then on mainnet, our pancake swap decided to route it through a V3, and we don't understand why. So now we need to obviously fix that. So the next time we launch, it doesn't happen. And then we introduce the buy limits. So that way there won't be one huge whale that owns $150 million, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? And they could just totally take out the BNB pool and F up the whole goddamn show. Because if that would have happened, all right, I'm just saying, guys, like hypothetically, if this would have went through normally and that person drained the entire Safer BNB, I'm 100% sure that all of you guys would be looking at me and blaming me, going, Brian was the one who rugged it. Brian was the one who, who sold, and all the fudders are going to come out the woodwork, and, there goes my name again, tarnished, right? Like other previous projects. So that didn't happen. And the reason I'm mentioning that as well and talking about rugs, that this is not a rug, is going back 10 minutes ago when I was talking to you guys and Nacho about removing the LP, that we need to remove it and put it back into the treasury. Right now, guys, so you're aware, what I technically own, or the business, Safer Go owns in that LP, is 2.9 million Safer. Right? Call that 3 million Safer. So, if there was any reason, or not reason, but any kind of mindset that I had, or any narrative or any thought or possibility that this would ever be rugged, now would technically be the time, right? As any scrupulous project owner in my shoes would be looking at it going, you know what, they got 3 million Safer, that's $3 million. That's half of the LP in Safer BNB, and they could just rug it. Obviously, I'm not, okay? And I'm just mentioning that for a reason, is because what I'm trying to ask from you guys, honestly and passionately and sincerely, is asking for your trust here, okay? And I would like to think that we would have earned that. Yes, me and Nacho have just told you, and we're right out there saying it didn't go through according to plan. We're going to fix it. We're going to refund everyone. We will relaunch with 100% working product, and everything will work seamlessly, being that we'll also have buy limits there as well. So just don't worry about anything and have some trust in us. Right, Nacho?
Yeah, I mean, we're being very transparent about what's going on. In the beginning, I walked everybody through basically the minute by minute, play by play on launch to see what was going on and what we're trying to do behind the scenes in terms of trying to figure out, hey, what is happening here? We were doing our own tests and seeing what's going on. And again, there was the thing with the router. But now that we see, okay, great, there's that thing, we have the ability to go and work through that. Now, when it comes down to the contract itself, there is no problem with the contract. Any of the reversions on the buy happened at the pancake swap level, at the router. It didn't even get to the contract. So that's the thing. It's our job for the relaunch will be, again, working with Pancake Swap, other developers, and say, okay, great, what was the deal? How come that went through like that? We just need to make sure that the Pancake Swap will go through the V2 router, not through the V3 router. And the reason why there's a difference, V3 doesn't handle a lot of the rebase stuff. It's missing some of the functions. And that's why, the rebase tokens are still on the V2. That's why V2 is still around. It's still required because V3 doesn't handle these other things. So, that's the thing there. It's not like you could just go for the next newest router, next newest version. That's why we specifically have that there. So, that's just like what Brian's saying. I mean, we're here. We're really trying to make this work. We're doing some innovative stuff. And again, the contract isn't the problem in that one. It really is more of it feels like more like an operations thing. Okay, what happened from the pancake swap to get to the V2 router where we have the liquidity registered, how to make sure that happened so that could go through. So, that's...
see a lot of people obviously complaining in the comments, right? And they've got every right to. I totally understand and feel their pain. But for those people that are complaining, I mean, put yourself in my shoes there as well. Like I had at the start of today, I had 1.2 million US worth of SAFU in my wallet that I've got no plan on selling. I told you guys that I'm going to wait until next year. All right. But yeah, I had 1.2 mil. And obviously, because the SAFU price has tanked, and that's what everyone now is, even more pissed off with this because the SAFU price is now down. Understandable. My 1.2 mil has gone down to like 700,000. So I've lost 500,000, $500,000 out of all this. Okay. So don't think for one second that I'm not impacted. We're all impacted in this. We're all in the same boat. That's all I want you guys to realize. But look, we're going to fix it. Let me and Nacho go behind. Let me and Nacho go behind the scenes and see exactly why this rerouting, this whole incorrect routing happened. Fix it, and then we will come back to you with a relaunch date. So at the moment, it's a TBA, so it's a to be announced. We don't have an exact new date when we're going to launch yet. Could it be next week? Possibly. If this is a very simple thing that we realize how to fix and we get it done, we can relaunch next week again and have everyone already refunded prior to that. Or it could be a couple of weeks away. We just don't have the exact date yet. All right. We will relaunch. We've got complete faith in this protocol. All right. The AI mechanism works. The only thing that didn't is the routing, being that, Pancake Swap decided to, play funny buggers. So, but the actual underlying code, there is honestly no problem in it, guys. And it will work the way we saw today, which is a huge buying spree. Whether it gets to the same amount or more, because people are obviously trying to sell and take out profit in that initial launch price, that's the difference there, where we didn't see any sells at all. So of course the price only goes up in one big candle. So it's free market, but just know that you will get all your SAFU back. And, me and Nacho will come back to you with an exact timeline of action and what we're going to be doing, right?
Yes.
Anything else that you think you want to mention that we've either left out or that people would want to know there, Nacho?
I can't think of anything. I don't know if you are you opening this up for questions. I mean, maybe we could take some questions and let people, we know full well that there are going to be people who are not happy. I mean, we're not happy.
Yeah.
That we didn't plan on any of this thing. We didn't plan on any of this to happen.
Yeah, I don't think they should take questions, man. It's just going to get beat up.
There's unfortunately this one detail, which was, how Pancake goes and decides which route it goes to.
Yeah, and it's going to turn into WWE in there.
Yeah.
There is always something, but
again, I can't imagine one person actually
all the SAFU
saying
people went in
anything. They might not be mean, but they're probably not going to. Just let this settle. Let people think about it and move on.
Refunding that.
I think the big challenge is they give back the SAFU. They're putting 99 cents now.
Figure out
the guys that bought today to get in what 80
into V2
or $2.
Once we have that assured and all that, then we can go and say, okay, great. Here's we can announce when the relaunch would be.
They'll start thinking through this and everything like that. They just need to go forward. Give us this update.
So, I mean, that's what we're looking on.
Let's try to fix
it. That's
people
what
that are still around, still want to be a part of it.
We're being pretty much laying it all out there. And I imagine when we open up for the AMA, we're going to get a lot of daggers and knives and all that stuff. But again, we're doing everything we can to rectify the situation. We're dedicated to making this work.
People want to know when we do relaunch. I'm assuming there as well to be a brand new contract that we'd have to do, right? Or would it be the same?
Well, yeah. Well, the code will be the same. It's just it'll be deployed, redeployed. Of course, that's going to be a different. It'll be a different address, but the contract as it stands, that was fully tested, and that went through the audit. That went through. Again, the main thing that we have to solve is to make sure that we
I bet Lady Bex is going to be
goes through the V2 router. Not
she was hammering for bio limits the other day.
Exactly.
She was all over it, man. She's probably going. I told you
with the plan. But you've already heard the plan anyway. But it's more or less the dates. And
some guys on Daniel's channel. Yeah, we understand. Go ahead and figure it. It's all good. the most was like
obviously
not good. Again,
send everyone funds like ASAP.
Where is that at?
ASAP.
All the Darren Prados read the comments.
Their funds and then
Daniel's on. I thought he wasn't going on. I thought he was going to work.
Yeah, he's got
I don't think we should
people live right now.
everyone's heated. There's a bunch of.
So I went and read his comments.
If anyone
To watch the
I think I
imagine everybody's watching this.
I think we'll just leave it at that, Nacho.
Okay.
And that's it. So thanks very much.
I'll be in Discord. Yeah, I'll be in Discord and answer people again. We're trying to make this work. We have the full intention of having this work. This was a bump in the road, but again, the good thing is we're going to be able to undo. People get then they can make.
Hold on a second, Terry. I want to hear him end up. Then we'll talk.
There you go.
Sometimes things happen, but really, I don't understand why people are that pissed off. I mean, I understand, obviously why you would be pissed off, but not to the amount of where I see some comments and calling us scamming fucks and all this kind of stuff. I don't get all that because obviously that's not true. And you're not losing anything, guys. You're still getting back the same Seifu that you spent to get ESCO. You're not losing anything. The only thing that you could see right now that you're technically kind of losing on is if you would have had Seifu at the price that it was prior to all this, when it was
Steve Andos, dude, we're actually watching it right now, so I'm not sure.
That could have happened anyway. There's still whales in this market, in a free market, that could have
typing in there,
tanked the price and sold, like Gmask and a few other big whales that sold. All right, so don't blame the low Seifu price. And I want to repeat this, okay? Get the record verbatim. Do not blame the current Seifu tanking price on this launch. Okay, it is literally other bigger whales like the one I've just mentioned who have taken the price all the way down from $2 to about where it is anyway, let alone whatever would have happened with this launch. Okay, so there's no real reason to be pissed off. If you are pissed off, it shouldn't be with us, and it should be about the actual people that have been selling Seifu on your asses, because it certainly hasn't been me, it certainly isn't Nacho, and it's nobody. It's not us anyway. It's just you guys as holders, right? So I don't want to pass the blame on you guys, but you need to take some responsibility for your own investments. And
here it is.
That's all I want to say about the matter. But we'll fix it, and we will come back to you either later today, or as soon as possible. Anyway. So Nacho, let's hop in Discord and answer a few messages.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll see everybody in Discord. Okay, bye-bye.
Wow.
Well, it's emotions are running high and everything like that about this, but I can say one thing though. So they go back and they redo whatever and everything like that. And they go to launch this. If you believe in the mechanics of Seifu Go and the price dips down, I think you got to take a hard look. Are they going to fix these things? And if you believe that they are, that might be a buying opportunity in Seifu for when they go to do Seifu Go, because there seems like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, no, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. I don't know. You got to process everything, but as it stands right now, emotions are running crazy. People are upset, and they have every right to be. But at the same time, it's like, let's start thinking money. What's the play here? They're gonna fix this Seifu Go, and they're gonna launch it. And if they launch it, wouldn't you like to? If you had a legitimate shot to get in there previously, and where you would have been today. You think that price is going to go up where it was before, and then you will be able to take profits and you will be able to do what you had planned on doing all along? So is Seifu price dropping? Are you going to try to get some more so that you get a better position when they do the relaunch? I mean, those are things that I'm thinking about, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's even what I want to think about right now. I'm a little upset,
Yeah. I think the people like that last comment when he made the comment saying take responsibility because you guys dumped on yourself and the safety price. But some of the guys who bought in today just to get into the project, and they get back just their safety, and their safety's at, I don't know, not quite half, but their stuff, the buying power's gone, right? So that went somewhere. And I think that's the biggest problem for some people, is they lost their buying power. And my safety was still in profit, so I didn't lose anything, you know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to think about on that. So, you know, I mean, the only thing we can talk about really is everybody knows how everybody feels, pretty disappointed, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Think about some of these stories of some of these people that had, you know, got 14, 16. Did someone say they got 30 or 300? I mean, all that's like crazy compliments.
Yep. Let's confirm it.
What's going on?
What's going on? Not much.
I don't know if I have many good words to speak at the moment.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. It's like people have a lot of emotions, everything like that. But
I don't even know if it's to do about emotions, but it seemed like this has happened now 3 times with stuff that has launched with this specific community and with no name at the moment. But I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm hearing stuff about V2, and I'm literally looking through the blockchain, and you can still see that it is interacting with the V2. So I don't want to hear any of that. And yeah, and unfortunately, he was going to give us like a minute window or something like that, and then pretty much just went live immediately. And some people were able to snipe it like so hard. And I don't know. I'm in the DApp never went live. I was waiting on that website to turn on and never went live.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So, but regardless, anyways, the problem being is like, why, like in my mind, I'm thinking, the 8 o'clock window shows up and then all of a sudden just massive, like $2 million worth comes out. And then now the price is 85 cents. So cool, we're going to get our Seifu back, but now it's worth literally 70% less than what it was 2 hours ago. I was saying to everyone, like, I whatever, cool. I get my Seifu back, but now it's whoever didn't sell into Esco actually made decent money within the past 2 hours. And now everyone's going to get back their funds. And I mean, I feel like people are going to get them back and just sell out now. Like no one's going to want to go back into that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying right now. So, okay, so emotions are going, everything like that. Yeah. And emotions, I mean, people are pissed off and everything, and this is, but my thing is, okay, so once we wake up tomorrow, we're starting to think through it and everything like that. They go back and they fix this issue, and they relaunch Seifu Go. All right, say they end up doing that. This, just hear me out. With the price down so low, Seifu, and it's another one of those things where you got to have Seifu to get in, to go Seifu Go. And the price being down the way it is, and you believe that Seifu Go, once it's actually up and running, is going to be good with buy limits and stuff like that. Will people start reconsidering and try to get in Seifu at the lower price? That's my whole point. And it's like
it's hard.
You can't even think about that right now with how crazy this went. But I'm just trying to, be the devil's advocate here and say, look, when you got into Seifu Go today and you got your, 2 or 3 or 5, whatever, Seifu Go, and if it went and that price went up where it was, the mechanics and everything like that, and everything could work the correct way and everything, wouldn't you be pretty happy? So if this is going to be a relaunch with some buy limits, are you considering that you might buy Seifu at the low price it's at now so that you're like, hey, I believe they'll get this fixed later on? Or are you like, I'm just walking away, I'm not going to have anything?
The problem being is that this was already entertained many times. People kept asking, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, Lady Bex was all over it. I mean, every comment every live I was on, she was commenting about buy limits, dude. She was all over Discord, everywhere about it. So
because so how does he come to this revelation after this happens. And then how long do the funds stay tied up now? Because
until they figure it out.
I hate to say it's like Vulcan now. It's like your funds are tied away. So now all of everyone's money that they had for trading, if they wanted to, or say 90% of it is now locked up.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but it's 100% how it is, and I don't want to hear the pity party that he lost $700K out of his $1.2 million. The dude has way more than $1.2 million in investments, and I guarantee you it's only like 10% of its portfolio. So I don't want to even hear it. So that I heard that, and I was not happy, because that is just being as disrespectful and inconsiderate to people who I hate to say, but people do hard-earned money into stuff, and then now this happened. So what are they going to do? They can't get out of Esco and just go back into Seifu and then sell out because they need the money. Now it's just totally locked in there, and now they have to probably waste another day and have a 3 or 4 hour fucking window. Sorry for the language, and wait for another launch.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk about from a realist. I'm not being emotional. I'm just thinking about this. Now this is technically like the third or fourth time that either a DApp or a launch hasn't gone right.
Right. Yeah. And I agree with you. And I don't think you're being emotional. I think you're being reasonable.
Well, the problem is now, what do you got to think about? You got to think about Vulcan. They're making a whole ass blockchain, and you can't even buy and sell a token right.
Right. And that was kind of my point. Kryptonian and I have had that conversation, and that was my point as to why are you even messing with this little piddly BS and even bothering with this ESCO and taking the DAO back, and why are you going through all this instead of focusing on the blockchain when you just put a black spot on the blockchain and it's launched. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, I'm just thinking about it
the whole time.
So I'm just thinking about it logically. As I was saying in the chat, it makes sense. I'm not being a fudder. I'm not being a moon boy. I'm talking about this in the most realistic way possible, as everyone knows what I like to do. Now, when I see this, it makes me really sketched out. I don't know what I feel if I want to do it, because what is it going to be? Some other, I don't know.
What about when new money that we were hoping is going to come into Vulcan when it launches? What about when they look at what just happened? Now, yeah, I know that they could look at it had it have been successful, and that may have drawn people to it. Sure, I get that side of it, but this has people running for the hills.
Well, I have to be completely honest with you about this.
You always are.
When he started talking about Seifu Go, there were a ton of people that were pissed off, saying, "Why are you focusing on this? So many things could go wrong."
Yeah.
So
I was one of those guys.
Yeah, and all those people, they're sounding right.
Yeah.
I don't. But this is where I kind of get a little bit. I take a step back. I don't think that anybody that had anything to do with this was what their intention was. Okay,
I'm sure
their intentions weren't this, but it happened. If they weren't messing with it in the first place, maybe they wouldn't have to worry about this, and they could focus on the blockchain. I can understand people's point of view on that too, and I understand. But honestly, you have a whole community of people that are upset, and we're all just going to sit in an echo chamber and be upset about it. And honestly, I understand you. I'm upset too. I was not able to get in. I had the router issue with BogSwap. Then I had the issue at PancakeSwap. And then when I finally got in there, it was like my Seifu is going to be worth like 0.02 of something. I was like, no, I'm not getting in this now. I held all my Seifu. I wasn't able to get in. I was disappointed then. Now I'm disappointed because it didn't take off or whatever, and this is a little messed up. But I don't. Everybody needs to basically mourn, and then we need to start thinking about a realistic game plan going forward. Honestly, we need to. This is the time to look at Seifu. If you're going to get in this for Seifu Go, you got a decent price. I mean, don't let these opportunities pass you by. In a couple of weeks, if they go to launch and it goes to 18,000 or wherever it went, 17,000, are you going to sit here and be like, oh man, when all that shit happened and it dropped so bad, I had the opportunity to get in there and I could really make the money out. I mean, with the limits, I think it's good. Okay, more people are going to have a chance to get in there, and if they do a limit of 5, a total of 5 or something like that, and you get 5 Seifu Go, and it goes to 10 to 15,000, and there's some sales here and there, and it's right around that range. Are you going to be kicking yourself or what? But I know it's early to talk about it because everybody's pretty much mourning this, but kind of try to clear your head and see what a game plan forward is going to be.
Yeah, and I appreciate those words of wisdom, Chris. And I mean, you're right. Sitting in an echo chamber, complaining about it doesn't help. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate those wise words. Yeah,
Nacho's on.
That's what I'm
on Daniel Prado's now.
Yeah. So one of the things I like, you guys are talking about the human aspect of it, like, okay, the emotional, trying to buy in, trying to buy out, watching the ups and the downs and the volume and the price. I'm looking at it from a technological approach.
There you go.
If I'm designing, if I'm designing a network and I'm thinking about the massive volume or the transactions, the throughput of this network, right? Why in the hell would they do a V2 to buy, a V3 to sell? I don't understand why they design it that way. That's what Nacho, something about that. So I'm thinking, what? So I'm thinking he didn't get too much into the how he engineered it. I'm talking about the hardware, right? The routing. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense that they went that route. I'm trying to understand it. I'm probably never going to understand it because they'll never tell me exactly how they laid it out, how it was designed, and that's okay. That's fine. But I see that, and then I see this. What happened with the routing, and then now we're about to launch a blockchain. That scares the hell out of me. Because isn't it the same guys? I think. I mean, you know what I mean?
I don't. Nacho's not on the Vulcan, right? He's on just Seifu.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
I think Nacho. I think Nacho's on Seifu Go. I think he may be on Vulcan as well. But then you've also got Nick Caliani and that team from Decentology and stuff in there as well. So
I have 3 questions.
It's a little different.
Right? So
one of you guys have a TV or something going on in the background?
Is that you? Sorry about that.
Okay, sorry about that, man. It's just really.
No, you're good. I have a question. All right, so yes, great. They're going to give everybody their Seifu back. Yay! But is it going to be worth the same thing? So if you had $1,000 worth of Seifu, not 1,000 Seifu, but $1,000 of Seifu, do you get $1,000 worth of Seifu back?
You're going
to. I asked that. I asked that numerous times.
I don't think you are, unless Brian's going to.
Right.
Brian's going to pull out of his pocket and put it back because of Gmask, whoever the fuck sold whoever that was. He knew the guy's name. No one else did, right? He knew. Brian, call Jmass, have him put the money back so that way when you give us the refund, or not me, you guys, gives you guys a refund. For those of you that swapped or tried to swap, you get at least dollar for dollar the amount of Seifu that you had. That to me would show me personally, I don't care about anybody else, but me, that you truly apologize and that's
making it 100% right.
And what would have been
and then do the game over reset launch. Go ahead.
Do you know what would have been the better route is if they had done BNB, because then refunding would have been 1-to-1. That's like a pink sale almost. If it didn't work, let me refund.
You're right. He said
right. And what would BNB have done? Maybe went down $1.
I get like $10-15 less.
The swings of BNB aren't like but Seifu pretty much tanked.
You know what? Maybe they're gonna right now, like you said, Chris. They're in emotion right now. They're feeling it. We're feeling it. The community's all looking at those two guys because those are the guys that have been in the front, right?
Right.
Yeah. So maybe they'll come back in a day or so and say, you know what? We're not doing Seifu. I meant to say we're doing BNB. You do that shit, then we know then we know it was a big mistake. All right. Then we.
But if they do that, then you have all these people out there
who
that
lost. Yeah,
I lost half the value of my
I'd like to
safe food
recoup
tonight, and I didn't get any safe food go. So it's like, if we're gonna do
Jesus
B&B, well, I've already lost half the equivalent of my B&B. Now I think I'm gonna get a little pissed, because now it's like, wait, I see safe food being able to recover if the community pulls together.
What if they snapshot back to the moment?
I'm not going to make my extra on. Was that me, or did he?
No,
he just on his own.
He blipped or something. Yeah, I think maybe he got a phone call or something.
Oh, okay.
I'll text.
Yeah,
him.
sorry guys, but what if we went
good.
back to? You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Your camera went out, brother.
Yeah. Sorry, but I think my camera's about to die. But what if we went back? What if they did a snapshot from the moment? Because only Brian knows the moment he went live, whatever time it was, 8:15 p.m., whatever it was. He does a snapshot of the blockchain, of the BSC scan from that moment forward, and says, at that moment, if you had 1,000 Seifu and it was worth $1,000 or whatever, $500 worth of B&B, whatever it is, he's going to give you the amount of Seifu you need plus the amount. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work, but I'm just saying something's got to happen, man. Just giving me Seifu back, that I don't. That's not going to cut it, man. Because you just lost half the value of your bag. Who the hell? That whoever that Gmask guy was, he got away. He took the bag and ran with it, man. He made out like a bandit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways,
well, it's one big shit sandwich, and we're all gonna have to take a bite out of it, bro.
Man, you're right.
It always seems to be one. Every time there's a launch of something. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And you got to do this after the community has been waiting, almost 6 months from the beginning of the year for the launch of something. And now you hit them with this. Oh, we're going to have to wait longer to do this and get your money back. And then it's just, dude, you were already tapping out everyone, and now everyone is just. I'm sure everyone.
This is my point. Look at this comment. This is my point. I'm trying to say that I know the emotions are going crazy, but these crackheads.
The whales are going to have a good time. They never went into Esco,
right?
But they have their money still. We can't buy back into Seifu right now. Yeah. We're kind of effed all watching it right now. That's why I was like, can you just do when the hell can you do it? Because we're all sitting ducks. Yeah, we could all sell. We could all who knows?
I know what
it could
you're
dump,
saying,
back down to 50 cents, and we could.
My point is that if you think that Seifu, I'm just talking about Seifu. If you think that Seifu can recover, and they will launch Seifu Go. Don't miss your opportunity at this discounted price. I know, I'm emotionally upset, but I'm like, this is crazy. And I know what Conferman's saying. This is getting old. But do you think they're really going to fix Seifu Go and they're really going to launch? If you think that, all right, see what you can do. Get into Seifu Go. Or get into Seifu as soon as you can.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not sure that I don't want. I wish we never had this issue, but me not being able to get into Seifu Go and get something, okay, I would have been like, damn, disappointed, but we'll see what happens. But now it's like we're all in a, I'm just saying that if you guys now there might be people out there that regret the fact they didn't get into Seifu Go, and maybe they could get into it now or whatever, but the price is low on Seifu, and if you think it's going to recover, you might want to think about getting it.
It's back in the 90s already.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
It's at $1.
Yeah, we can hear
you.
We
can hear you.
Yeah, but
hey, sorry about that. Yeah, I wanted to kind of add something. The community was together essentially, and then when the goalposts were essentially deepened due to the fact that the nodes were kind of changed how they originally were supposed to be laid out and those kind of things, and so then slowly through time you have various camps as a result of some people still love, some people hate, some people are still in the middle. And then this could have been a situation to where, people may have started to come back and get closer together. Well, this essentially is now creating even more of those distinctive camps. And the reason I say that is if this situation would have been, this is basically only a sink or swim kind of thing.
Right.
And you basically were 10% chance of essentially of being successful in your swimming, like damn Michael Phelps, or 90% chance of, sinking like we're doing as we speak, going to the bottom of the ocean. Where if you would have just allowed Vulcan to jump and do its thing and then play a game after that with Esco and do all those kind of things, it would be a lot easier for people then to stay collectively together and say, hey, this is just a little hiccup. But this is an absolute shit show like you could never imagine. And I just like Khan said a few minutes ago, when essentially the words were saying indirectly or even directly that this is our fault or our issue. I mean, lick my nuts. You know what I mean? I mean, that's craziness. So
it's up to
we can't. Yours are too deep.
Now.
That is true, but that is true.
Yeah, it just went past 8, so
it's
at 108.53 now.
But even add into that too is it's a good time to jump in or whatever the case may be. But I can tell you right now, I mean, I might have $60 in the penny jar, but that sure as hell ain't going into Seifu. And the reason why I say that is because of this gong show that's going on.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
I can see that. I can see that.
I hope the ship is righted, but damn, man, it's getting.
It's like what's going to happen right when he gets to right before the launch again. Someone's going to dump again. There's going to be another Gmask Junior is going to dump on us. It's always somebody, right, that they know of. Oh yeah, I can't believe I'm surprised this guy's dumping on us. Well, yeah, I mean, because you're kind of telling them up to the minute.
Wallet number 4.
Wallet number 4.
The
Schmitty
Gmask group.
And this,
the
Snowy Bandit.
It's getting shit, dude. It's getting like really old, really old, man.
Yeah,
and
it's getting really old. But I go back. I see the dollar signs. Also, that's what I'm laughing at.
Yeah, I hear you, Chris, and I'm with you.
But it's still 14
and
to get in and
Dad.
16 to get out, and then in addition to that, you're just Vulcan essentially now is walking into when it goes live. Essentially, is you're in the same family as Seifu Go and Seifu, whether you like it or not. So therefore, as a result of that, now you're basically walking to the fight with already one damn black eye, hell, even 2 or 3, 4 black. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I'm really
I'll stay balls deep and just roll out. But
no, I appreciate you jumping on, man. I mean, you're making some very good points. And we haven't got a chance to hear from you a lot, man. You're always in the chat.
Yeah, messing around.
Back on, man. You too, Con. I appreciate you jumping on, man. I'm concerned about Vulcan, honestly, because I mean this Esco is it's a big thing, but Vulcan's bigger, way
huge.
bigger.
It's huge,
and I'm concerned, man. If who's leading the charge, and if Brian, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, Brian. I mean, I'm sorry, but business owner to business owner, if I had this many fucking fuck ups, I would be replaced. I'm just saying right now. You can only fuck up so many times before the team stops following you, man. So I'm going to blame whoever's at the head of this. It's you and Nacho. Fix it, man. Give everybody the dollar for dollar back. You got Khan that wants his BNB back. You've got those that actually sacrificed their Seifu and watch their fucking value or actually couldn't even sacrifice.
Dude, I bought in today into Seifu just to put into Esco, and I bought it like $1.60 something.
Man.
You know what I mean? I'm getting back $1. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I
know, man.
It's shitty. Now I'll be okay. You know what I mean?
But
that's
like,
not
what about
point.
like Balls Deep is talking, man? Like,
yeah,
I got $60 in a penny jar, and shit. Do I get in Esco or Seifu? It'd be gone, washed away.
Yeah. And at the same time, I really feel bad for guys like Yamap that had 75 Esco. And we're sitting back, or guys like Richard Hudman,
Milky, our boy Milky, bro,
our boy Milky, who are sitting there going, they're celebrating, right?
Bro,
they're sitting there celebrating, like this shit's gonna change my life. Like 75 Esco for Yamap, that's life changing.
Yeah,
Richard Hudman
on that live. Hey,
talk about a dry hump, huh?
Yeah, man. Richard Hudman. 15 for Richard Hudman. That's like $200,000. That's life changing, man. That's house money. You know what I mean?
What's that, Chris?
Check the private chat.
Yeah,
I think you guys are missing a valid point here.
No, I agree. I agree with Chris. Totally agree with you.
Yes, 150%.
And that's why I say that the average everyday person out there would try to put your emotions aside, because
yeah.
If I was in this shit, Chris, I'd be throat punching somebody, bro.
Yeah.
But you told me to stay out of this fucking shit, so I did.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
You told me just go in there and talk about the moon landing, and I tried, man. But you guys.
But all I gotta say is he's got to restore the faith. He's got to come back and restore that faith, man. That's all I gotta say. Because you're gonna tell me you go from a nice $1.90 at basically 8 o'clock to now. Oh, sorry, no, a little bit after the launch failed in quotations, as we it didn't, whatever. However you want to view it, it went to 88 cents. So now you have to convince everyone that everything will be fine after.
So can we agree?
Well, that's why I say that
land on the moon.
That's why I say that.
Hell no, bro.
That Seifu's going to bounce back, man. I'm telling you, and Seifu's going to bounce back because that's going to be his way to. I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah.
So I know he said that one person bought a ton or like half of the liquidity pool.
Yeah, that was me.
So that was you.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that they saw this happen in real time, and that's when they kind of locked it up and said, "Hey, this can't happen"? I mean, do you guys think that maybe that's a possibility?
I think it was hell. It was going 15, 20 minutes, wasn't it?
I don't know how he knows the person's name, because the block, your wallet address is just a bunch of numbers, right?
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, they saw that this outside party or whoever got half of the liquidity and could really at that point wreck the whole project, even the B&B side when that launches. So because they didn't put limits on it. So at that point, when they saw that, is that when they locked the selling to say, hey, we're not going to let this guy sell, and then they're just making this shit up about the rerouting and all that horse shit.
You can go back in our comments, and up in there they said somebody has $160 million worth in our comments, and it kept going after that. If that was the case, that
has to. I'm not kidding. That has to be 100. I hate to say 100%.
Well, they kept buying.
That has to be a reason, man. Because $160 million. Like, come on, there was $6 million worth in there.
Right.
Yeah. I think everyone was saying limit buys. Everyone's saying limit buys for weeks. And how long we know about ESCO? And then we have to go through this in order to be like, oh yeah, light bulb. Maybe we should have limit buys.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Oh snap, maybe. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Brian's got a great opportunity here, man. Great opportunity.
He does now.
You can win everybody.
And yeah. I've turned some screw ups in my business. Like my guys may have screwed up a car, or something may have happened that was, pretty bad. I've taken those situations and made a lifelong customer out of how you deal with those types of situations.
Well,
you know what I mean?
They sent this car out without a motor, so
yeah. And then you turn around and you take care of the person, and so I've built.
You forgot your motor, ma'am.
It had a motor.
It did, but now
they told us it was. They didn't tell us they had a carburetor, and we know NR can't work on carburetors. You know what I'm saying?
I can. I don't like to.
Fuel injector.
Carburetors are great.
So,
90% of problems with carburetors are the floats. So.
Oh yeah, floats. All the time.
So I'm gonna agree with you guys. So I'm looking at this as someone that has a responsibility to the team that I lead. They're supporting their families on decisions that I make on a daily. And Brian Legend and the like, and guys like him that understand what I'm talking about. When shit hits the fan, the buck stops with us. So this is your opportunity to fix this shit. Only you can. You're the only one with the deep enough pockets to fix this. If that means you got to take a little out of your pocket, that's probably what you're going to have to do, bud, or your entire reputation goes to shit. You have built a great and strong community. They love you. They love the projects you're pushing out. I mean, there is no other way but
they're throwing money at you. They love it so much.
Bro, because they believe in your vision. And I mean, you definitely come up with some crazy shit. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. Sounds great to me. Because I've not seen anybody else do it. So all I'm saying is that you need to make this right.
Did you see the transactional volume? How much came through within the first like 3 15-minute candles? It was like almost like $2 million, 2.5 mil.
How much is taxes though?
Seifu is a buying opportunity right now, and I know you guys, are pissed off and everything like that, but Let your money make money for you. I just bought into Seifu again.
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily PO'd. It's more the fact that if you had stipulations or doubts of how things would have been, and you've had millions of people, or not millions, but thousands of people, hundreds of people telling you a specific way that probably would be better for launch, because it's easy to set a slippage up there like 200%, and then do. I mean, he's absolutely insane for even trying it, but. I mean, it would even have the likelihood of being able to get that much. You should have put the limit buy in there.
Right.
It should have been a no-brainer. And I'm saying that because you have such a low liquidity. If you had like, I don't know, the meme coins, 1 quadrillion, 1 trillion, then I wouldn't care. But you have 50,000, and I just hate that the fact that everyone had to learn the hard way right now of what happens when you don't do that sort of thing. A person gets 300 of the supply. Some people get 75. Some people get 50. And then they basically, those cells could just be their whole project as a whole. It could just end it in 1/8 of a cell.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just intrigued that they've been testing it and testing it and testing it and going through it, and then for it to come out and for it to pretty much not work.
And this is it in a nutshell right here. Exactly what Kryptonian was saying. Teddy won.
People that have been here for a while.
That's what I'm saying, man. Teddy won. Teddy one's a diehard, man. Teddy won.
I know.
I'm done. There's no fixing this. Lost confidence in Brian, and it's not just Teddy one. You know what I'm saying? Because Teddy one got quite a few. I think Teddy. I think you said you got at least one, maybe a few ESCOs. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I hear you, man. And
Teddy, I can't even possibly. But I can't. I completely understand your position, and I feel the same way you do. I do, but I still think
you can make
money off Seifu before you go.
Chris, you're very wise, man. And again, I appreciate you bringing that to the table. Yeah, man. I love that, man. And that's why you're one of my guys,
Well, Chris has probably seen about 20 scenarios of this in his lifetime. I'm talking about through stocks and investments and
probably more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, and he saw the crash back in the 30s and
30s. And then there was that time. Remember the flood? Remember the flood where everything was lost? Remember that one? Yeah, there's that one.
Yeah, he was on the boat.
And there was that Big Bang thing that happened.
Hey, it was me and a woman and a bunch of animals. It was pretty nice. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, because Teddy won.
I got nothing for that, man. Last man standing, Brian. I got nothing for that one, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Teddy, the only recommendation I could give you is try your best to make as much money as you can before you.
Yeah, I wouldn't completely give up, Teddy. I agree with Chris, and I it sucks. It sucks, fat ones. But yeah, I think Chris is right, man. You did well this go around. I mean, they relaunched this thing. You hit the cap. You're back in the driver's seat, man. Yeah. So.
Well, I guess now you can think about it as you'll have more of an opportunity to buy some, because a lot of people won't get back in.
and like Chris said, Seifu now is going to pump. I mean, it's the price should rise.
It's at $1.17 right now.
Yeah, it's already starting. So what Chris is saying is
maybe I should buy it now. Exactly.
Exactly. That's what Chris is saying. Yeah,
I doubled my bag from what I had earlier.
Right. Chris is already making it back. So
we're making money.
Again, that's what I love about having Chris on here and being friends with Chris, is he brings that to the table, man. Yeah, that level-headed, that wisdom. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, it's not wisdom. I'm just greedy, man.
Well, it's not even being greedy. It's community. It's almost kind of common sense, really. I mean, it's
I don't want to be greedy against the community. I want to earn it, but this is
Vulcan maniac.
This is where people get upset. Teddy, I completely understand you. I agree with you. I'm on your side. But the way I see it, I can make money off this problem, and I'm already a part of it. I've doubled my bag as to what I would have when I tried to go Seifu Go. So if they fix this, and the next couple of weeks, and I try it again. Hopefully, it works. I'll get even more than I thought I was going to get. And for a pretty good price. So that's the way I see it. But
yeah,
I know. I know Teddy, man.
Yeah, me too.
He had 9.77 what he had.
Yeah. Got to be upset. Yeah. I mean, greed is good. I don't want to take advantage of people, but I'm taking advantage of this mess up. That's the way I see it. You know, I'm like, this, you guys messed up, but now I get it as a discount, and you're still going to launch Seifu Go. And the worst case scenario, I still have Seifu, and I'm getting profit unless it just bottoms out and goes away. You know, but
and yeah, Frank, regardless of how this is handled, as long as I get my Seifu back in time, they relaunch this thing. I'm already at a loss, right? Because I bought Seifu at a pretty high price today. I had to pay some taxes. The price has gone down, so I lost a good bit of that value. I'm definitely going to try again just to try and win some of that back. I mean, first of all, I'm a degen, so why not? You know, why not? But yeah, I feel like I'll take the L, but I'm not really going to take the L if I get back in, get not even the cap, not even what the max is going to be. If 5 is the max, even if I get less and this thing skyrockets like what I just saw, then I'm not going to take an L overall. You know what I mean? You only take that L when you sell and you're done, when you walk away from the table. So
a wise man told me that.
NR, my wife was upset because
another wise man told me that.
What's that?
I was in a situation. Go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry.
I was being stupid. My wife's smartphone doesn't listen to her. She can't talk to it, make it do anything. If I'm talking in the house, it picks up and does stuff. When NR was talking, her phone was responding to NR trying to find something on the internet.
So Alexa was finding stuff when I was talking.
Like
that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny.
Like, why are we ordering contacts? Blue contacts. What the hell is this? What's this, Terry?
Smart ass.
Yeah, Kryptonian did that one time when you guys were on.
What did I do this time?
What was that show that you guys? You're doing TCL and all. You guys
yeah.
You guys were on. I had put the YouTube on my TV, not on my computer. My Alexa was over there, and when Kryptonian would be like, I'd be like, "What the hell?" She'd start talking, and be like, "I did not understand you." I'm like,
"Yep, that's going on."
Like, even Alexa doesn't understand Kryptonian.
No. Let him finish the story. I'll finish it.
See how he raises his voice up?
She said, like, "Chris, who is this man in your house? I'm not used to this.
This isn't Fowler."
Voice.
She said, "Who's this,
Chris? I'm not going to order your purse tonight. I'm going to order some pants."
What background music? Background music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me do it again. Not you.
Yeah. Let's put you center stage.
So obviously, I'm upset for many. What are we doing here right now?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chris Cruz live show.
I don't even want to see it, man. I don't want to see.
Welcome to the Pew Pew show.
That creeped me out like right now.
Yeah. Well, you're the one that you're the only one staring at me, bro.
I know. I was like, oh man,
I'm just I'm disappointed for the people. I didn't put
because remember, the last few days, at least I was like, I hope people make money. And I had guys, my boy like Milky, we had Richmond Hudman, man, we had many that were gonna probably making 20, 30, 40K, man, that they didn't have yesterday.
Even my buddy Greek. Even myself, man, I put in, like I said, like 2,500. My bag was up to like over $6,000.
Yeah, dude, I saw like 22,000, 23,000. I was like, that's awesome. But I don't know, Kryptonian. I think maybe you would know this. I thought it was interesting that the contract has only been live or on BSC scan for 10 hours.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like I was silent after that. It's like, what do you say? I don't know what that means. Like, I feel like it's the only time you could test it is once it's live.
Right. So there's always sandboxing, right? If you remember the testing that they did this morning, I think it was with Nacho, they were doing some simulations. I think they showed the app, the app.safefoodgo.com. They were showing all the needles and the barometers, and it looked exciting.
The app never did launch. They never put the app out.
I have a theory. I have a theory on that, and I think it plays in their favor. I think, in all honesty, but I'll get that in a second. But that they're showing that, right? And it's really, and at the end of the day, and I will give them this: when you're building a network, okay, whenever I bring in software and hardware engineers, I'm like, this is the environment, or this is the problem. This is the type of how many end users we're going to have. This is the type of data we're pushing over the network and all this stuff, whatever. I've got engineers that come in, hardware engineers that say, well, you're going to need this type of hardware. You're going to need this type of infrastructure, this type of backbone, blah, 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 whatever. So they sell me the golden pony, right? And this is what you need. In fact, it's scalable. This is all you need to successfully launch this network. It's going to last you a few years. And then we go live, and there's always something. So I feel their pain. I feel the pain of the IT guys. The developers are going, yeah, it's good. And then when you go live, it's not good. but it's not. But that's expected, especially in our space. And I'm talking about in the IT realm. But what is not expected, okay, what is not expected is to go, you know what? You should take responsibility for your investments. When you say shit like that, it's like, well, hold on.
Yeah, that didn't. I have to admit that didn't sit well with me.
That doesn't sit well with me.
Everyone in this room kind of went,
agreed.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, look, we trusted that you took every measure known to man to make sure that this thing would be scalable with the V2 to V3 routing. Who does that shit?
And if you weren't confident, then you shouldn't have launched.
Right. And I understand you're up against a deadline, and you got the Vulcan deadline. I get all that. That makes sense to me. I know deadlines. Trust me. And I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too. I've had many failed projects, and I'm talking about infrastructure wise, about things I thought were going to launch 100% and they didn't. But that's where I learned to pivot, right? But at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. I never blame the customer. I never blame the end user. It's my fault. I messed up. I miscalculated. I misspoke. And that's what I'm looking for, right? I don't want to hear, it's your fault too. It's your fault. That I literally heard heard the guy tell me, or not me, but tell you guys that the guy dumping is our problem. It's your community that dumped on you. Wasn't me or Nacho. It was you guys. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Anyways, before I get worked up again, you know how I get. I'm going to start talking about freaking conspiracies again and shit. But anyways, all I want is the people to be made whole, right? Fix the shit, do your relaunch, whatever you got to do. And hopefully SafeFood pumps up again and puts everybody back to where they were, so that when you decide to do the relaunch, a week, couple days, whatever you decide on, that it is actually going to work this time. Because there ain't no second.
Do you feel could they realistically? Because if you look on the contract and on Deck Screener, the liquidity has been removed. The SafeFood's gone out of there now. So, do you think they realistically could redeploy this and fix it with just adding a limit buy, like within 2-3 days? I feel like that can't be hard to implement.
Yeah, but fixing it's not going to be hard.
But then you got people that took off work. Right.
Yes.
Well, that's why I say relaunching on the weekend would actually work for people, because if you're going to launch during a weekday, like right now, it's for us, it's almost midnight. For some people, it's 3-4 in the morning.
Right.
Come on.
So there's a whole lot of people that aren't even awake, man. That were waited around and they went to bed.
Oh, people looking for the B&B launch, man, of the Esco pair. That's not going to happen now, obviously.
SafeFood is at 119.
I'm watching into the live right now, and they're saying even SpaceX rockets blow up. So have faith. Not when people are on the damn rockets, bro. This is on DP.
No,
bro.
That's only NASA.
NASA. Do you guys think that they should just wait on this and launch it on Vulcan?
That'd be good.
That would be great. But they're not gonna do that. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of having all the pairs and bringing in all the communities.
That's what I'm. You know what? If you had to really ask, why the hell are you pissed off, Kryptonian? Well, because this was supposed to be a catalyst for Vulcan.
Right.
This was supposed to go off without a hitch. This was literally supposed to go to the fake ass moon. Right. You know how I feel about that. but this would have been a great thing. What's up, Fowler? This would have been a great thing, a great catalyst for Vulcan. All the pairs lining up, people making money, guys like Rich Hudman and Milky and the others just freaking making a killing, and then it'd be like, damn, look what they did over there. Can you imagine what they're going to do over here? And now the ESCO's coming to that's what I feel like this was a missed opportunity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely a fumble. Yeah, they definitely fumbled at the goal line. Yeah.
That's what upsets me, because why does it upset me, guys? Because I have a project that I want to launch on Vulcan. So so it does affect me, guys. It affects me tremendously.
Well, not only that, you also have a node, right?
I have a node.
You have
exactly.
In Vulcan
I have a node.
well.
I have a node. I have family that are in Vulcan. So it's well rounded. I am very self aware. I have a circle of influence that are looking to me as I'm looking at the team, the Brian Legends of the world, and going, hey man, they say it's going to happen, so let's just trust the process. I don't mind telling people to trust the process if I fully understand the process and that the process is fully transparent. I don't know what the hell's going on over there, so I feel like my hands are tied. So it's frustrating. That's where I'm coming from. I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I hope. Brian did say this is a half glass full type thing. I hope so, man. I hope the glass ain't got a hole in it, because then we're all fucked.
Well, I mean,
you say that they fumbled the football. I feel like they fumbled. I recovered, and I'm going for a touchdown.
I know you do, Chris.
Yeah, I'm doubling my bag. If I get a chance, I'll do it again.
It's a great definitely an option. It's
but
awesome.
Isn't that kind of what all? I mean, I do the same thing. I'm with my crew, with my staff. If there's an issue or something that pops up similar to what happened, that's what leaders are supposed to do. Hey guys, let's look at this with a glass half full perspective, and let's learn from it. And sure, there were mistakes made, but it was a learning opportunity. That's what you do. That's a positive mindset.
But like Teddy once said, how many learning opportunities do they need though?
I got you. Yeah. But I mean,
it's like a football team never getting to the big game.
Yeah, I get it. Like Teddy once said, I'm tired of getting a glimpse of relief and then getting it taken away, because that would have not necessarily been completely life changing, but it would have really helped.
Oh yeah, Teddy was sitting pretty good, man.
He was sitting very well. Yeah,
I was happy for him, bro.
Yeah,
but at the same time, Teddy, all I'm saying is, I know it pisses you off, but
don't let that make you miss the opportunity in front of you.
Maybe you can do it better next time. You can get even better results, and you might be. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to calm everybody off the ledge. Get back off the ledge.
Yeah.
There is no ledge, bro.
And we appreciate you for that, Chris. We appreciate you for that, man.
Everybody on here is going to be like, we hate that Chris guy. I
don't, man. I appreciate the shit out of you, brother. I appreciate
the
shit out of you.
This was a Tartan Pony show.
And you know what always makes it better?
Is your golden chalice.
Some mushroom chocolate. Psilocybin chocolate. Psilocybin.
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah, sleep on it.
What the hell is that, bro?
That's what's in mushrooms, dude. That's what's in mushrooms. Magic mushrooms.
Teddy's like, I gotta sleep on it. I know, man.
You got to send me some, bro.
Fowler, whatever you got to say, Fowler.
It's actually chocolate, right? It's chocolate.
Made with the active ingredients of the mushroom.
Choo-choo-choo.
What?
Belgian mushroom chocolate. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be in Maryland probably next week. It's gonna be a long ass drive, bro.
All right, let Fowler talk. I want to hear what he's got to say.
What's up, Fowler? Sorry, man. We're ranting.
Fowler.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
I'm just listening, really. Yeah, what a night, huh?
Did you get in Did you try to get into ESCO, Fowler?
So I'm gonna tell you what the story was, right? So I was pretty much talking to Prado through the whole waiting period, right? The 2-hour waiting period. And we're just sitting there, we're just talking back and forth and stuff. And next thing you know, TA just dropped, right? And I'm like, okay, here we go. I had everything set up. Everything kept reverting back. I actually saw, when it calculates, how much you turn your Seifu into Seifu Go. Mm-hmm. At one point, I had I think I saw 11. And then I just saw it slowly go down every revert. Yeah, I had 6 6 or 7 reverts. And I was just like, okay, I guess today's the day. Then eventually I saw point something, and then it eventually looked like it was going to go through. And I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not going through. Like, after watching it just drop all the way from 11, I'm like, screw you, Pancake Swap and PooCoin. I was like, you know what? I'm just hold on to it.
I was just getting ready to ask, how did you, what did you try to use to buy PooCoin?
So, yeah, I tried to use PooCoin. I tried Pancake Swap.
Yeah.
I had already heard people complaining about Box Swap, so I could see that like off the side of the screen. So I just knew like don't even go that direction. So, you know, when I just said screw it, I'm just keep my safe food, and then I just kind of like I was saying this earlier. I was like I had these like these safe food sacrifice vibes like all night, man. Like someone was just bothering me all night. Someone was bothering me. And it was just, something told me, it was like, just have a backup plan, right? So, just like Chris Cruz is telling you guys, you know, just like when Luna came crumbling down, what did people do? They bought in as it was falling at some point, right? And then people was turning into money that way. Same deal I did. I had some B&B on the side, like, you know what, I'm going to buy some more safe food. When it got to like 85 cents, you know, and that's what I did. And look, shot right back up. So
you're a happy guy right now then, right?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I could have been disappointed I didn't get no safe food go, but I was for a second. Not gonna lie, I was like, damn, I was like, the person who's telling everybody to get on safe food go is the one dude who couldn't get into safe food go, right? Yeah. So I'm like, it kind of ticked me off, but again, you guys got, you know, Chris Cruz is lying right now, like. Yeah. You can turn something into a positive, man. You just got to be willing to, just the same the gamble you took to go into Safe Food Go. We were all ready to go into Safe Food Go. Sometimes you got to be ready to pull the trigger on a buy that doesn't even make sense, right? Like, okay, these guys just screwed up everything. Why am I buying their product? Because you can make some money off the product still. So no matter if sentiment is good or bad, you can make money. You just have to look at it from a different angle. And that's what I did, and here I am.
That's good, man. Yeah, because Chris has been trying to tell me this shit all night. I didn't understand a damn word he said. You come here and say it, and now I understand it, bro. Thanks, Fowler. Appreciate it, man. No, but I hear you. You're right. Both of you guys are right. Both of you guys are right. Yeah. I was actually looking for a dip for Seifu. Well, here it is. You know.
Yeah. Kryptonian. Most young people don't listen to their daddies.
Bro, Fowler ain't my daddy.
I'm your daddy. That's why you don't listen to what I'm saying. When Fowler came in and explained the same thing I was saying,
you're about the same age as me, man. I'm a little older than him. So, I mean, you know, it's like he's like my little brother coming in and say, hey, look, Dad said this. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fowler,
but you say, yeah, no, he gets it. No, he but he definitely brings a story with it. So I appreciate what your whole how it went down for you, Fowler, because we all have, you know, these guys up here. Me and Terry were the only ones that were kind of watching it all unfold in front of our eyes, but so we didn't really have any, we weren't trying to swap or anything, but I'm glad to hear that, you know, you see some positive in this. I do too. I mean, one thing I've learned from Chris, and you reaffirm that, Fowler, is that there is absolutely opportunity in everything.
Seifu is at $1.24.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, you know, this is one way to think about it as well. And a lot of people, certain people, there are people who are in different situations, right? Like, for me, Seifu wasn't my end-all, be-all. You know, this wasn't what I was trying to, you know, strike it rich on. If I could do something crazy, you know, cool.
Gods of gaming, bro.
Yeah, if it happened, then great. But
yeah, I know where your heart is, bro. Gods of gaming, man. I see you.
Right, you know, it's Vulcan. I mean, initially, Vulcan pretty much was like the thing for me, and then, you know, because I came from Seifu, right? So Vulcan was the thing. This is, for me, this whole thing has been a degen play, right? And that's how I had to look at it. Yep. And so there never was like some, you know, heartbreaking moment for me. I know some people were some heartbroken. I mean, if I had, you know, 75, 10, 15, 20, 25 Seifu Go, and I saw the value of it was 15,000 per, you know, I would be very upset right now. I'd be very disappointed. I'd be very sad. And you know, there are people out there very well should feel that way. But I want you to know that you shouldn't. Don't let it take you out the game. Okay, don't let it take you out the game, because where one door closes, two doors open. You just got to find the open doors.
Somebody had his fortune cookie today. I'm teasing, man. No, I agree with you. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, and I think that all comes back to what Chris and what Fowler are talking about. It all comes back to mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
It all comes back to mindset. How are you going to look at it? Are you going to kick and scream and whine and bitch and moan and, oh, life's so unfair? I mean, it is what it is. It happened. You can't go back and change it. You know, they've already talked about how they're going to fix it, and it is what it is. So,
you know, dirt on and go on.
You step over the dead bodies and you keep on marching, right? That's for you military guys.
Hey, Fowler, you missed it. I wore your shirt yesterday, buddy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep, I wore it all day. My Vulcan Millionaire.
Vulcan Air.
Nice.
Vulcan Air. Yeah, Vulcan Air. Yeah.
Vulcan Air. Yeah. You just put something out too for Gods of Gaming, didn't you, Fowler? Didn't you just release something?
I've been putting out stuff almost all week, man. Like,
yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
he's like every day. You know,
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, that website is awesome.
It is awesome. Fowler is
he's been working, man. I can see
Fowler's kind of taught himself how to write smart contracts.
Oh, he said he was, man. He said he was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing about Fowler. Go ahead, Fowler.
No, I was just gonna say I've been trying to do a couple things, you know, like through this whole process is just to really become self-sufficient. Where as a project owner, the accountability doesn't have to be so spread out, you know, like all the accountability.
Oh, Fowler, you're breaking up.
Nah, we lost you there, bro.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, and I know what you're.
I can say it's all on me. You know, it's all on me. You know, nobody else on the team, nobody else, no staff, nobody else. It's all on me. So
and that's integrity, bro. That's integrity, man. I appreciate that.
Put it on my shoulders.
That's right.
Yeah, but you know, you could have. There's a lot of. I think there's a lot of. You can grow a lot of hair on your chest. You know, feeling like, hey, I can write a smart contract. I can get something up. You know, I can get a project together, launch a project, all this stuff, develop. You know, there's a lot of hair can be grown on your chest by being able to accomplish those things. But on the same token, you got a lot of responsibility. And, just looking at this situation that just happened, right? You just be like, man, most people, if you haven't launched a project yet and you saw this, you be like, man, it's a lot of stuff.
You're gonna be trigger shy, right? You're gonna be like,
you're
gonna be, do I really want to pull the trigger on this thing? What's gonna happen, right? What happens when I pull the trigger? Is it gonna actually? Because I know based on Prado, Fowler, you hold a little gun, but for someone like myself that has like a 50 cal or a 5.56, I mean, do I really want to pull that trigger and it just go dud? But you're right. I agree with you. It makes me go, all right, now let's make sure we got this shit right, man.
Make sure those I's are dotted, T's crossed, and do it once and do it right.
Do it once and do it right, man. So that's so we can certainly learn from this, right, Fowler? We can certainly learn from this.
Yeah.
A first impression means a lot.
Process. All of this is learning for me, and not only am I seeing what type of mistakes can happen, but also different ways of handling like the mistakes. So you kind of like, okay, but you're looking at how people respond to the responses of the mistake, you know? So it's kind of like, it's good to see this, because guess what? If I put a contract out and for whatever happens, something goes wrong with it, and you get in some situation like this, man, without any experience or, because, I mean, everybody want to rag on Brian Legend right now, but at the same time, he is trying to handle it. And because most, again, in this space, most just run. Most run. They don't talk. They just run. So you got to give them that. I mean, yeah, mistakes, but you got to give them that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm up 24 cents since I bought earlier.
There you go. Well, Fowler buying in at in the 80s, at 85 cents. Yeah.
I was too pissed off for a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
I put all my play money in Esco, and somebody's holding it hostage right now, so I can't buy back in.
It's in the nursery.
But when it comes back to you, it'll be hopefully fingers crossed. It'll be what it was when you.
I have some play money. I just I gotta free it up somehow.
Just close that house deal you're working on, right? Or the other deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually once that house sells, I think I'm gonna put I might have told you this, Terry. I'm gonna put into the 5 figures into that hedge fund.
Yep.
Still maybe even 6 figures.
For my wife.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I knew I had. So I wrote that down. My bad. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
I'll send that over. I'll send it over tonight. Let me write that shit down.
That was just low hanging fruit, buddy. It was easy.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
So you let me walk right into that, man.
Funk. Yeah.
Boy, at your age, you walk into a lot of things. Wait. Was my mic on? Shit. I mean,
are you getting on Terry now?
Hell no. Look, Cherry will choke my ass out with a
right, and then stab me 18 times. Right.
I wasn't even in the conversation. Why are you saying I walk into things? Terry's the one that let NR walk right into that.
I'm sorry.
At your age.
Oh, right. Chris hasn't seen those videos because I can't send it to him because I don't have his number yet.
Yeah.
You don't have my number.
Well, I sent those videos on Discord or private message, and I showed the guys my knife rig that I carry and stuff. But you said wouldn't play.
Oh, you don't have my number. I see what you're saying. I'm like,
yeah.
What do we got? We got numbers now.
I got your number, bro. I'll see you outside. Catch me outside. How about that?
Hey, just know I always got your 6.
Oh yeah, I'm number 5.
I'm 4.
I'm right behind you.
That's been.
Man. I like this. I like this message by Stitch here. Like he's saying, the fact that he's saying we can rise once again as one. I mean, that's true, man. There's a lot of projects out there, guys, that have like I can tell you one right now, Feg token. That's one that's man. They always every time they try to launch something or something new, it's always had something that kind of bite the investors in the end, and somehow they come back together. Feg's still going, right? So, I mean, I can only think that like right now it's sour and stuff for a lot of people, but I'm telling you that when one door closes, multiple more doors open up. You just got to look around.
Yep. I remember back when Charles Haley came to the Cowboys, as long as they were winning Super Bowls, nobody cared how crazy he was. When they start losing, then they helped retire,
Yeah.
Everybody likes a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I think we're all gonna make it. I think we're gonna come out of this. I hope everybody makes money on this craziness, and I hope everybody where they were gets back there and better if they continue to, or they take the money and go somewhere else where they make a hell of a lot of money. But I'm gonna call it a night because I'm done talking to people through a microphone.
Yeah, you've been on all day, brother. We've been on for 3 hours, man, and it's been kind of an emotional roller coaster here with Esco. So yeah, I think this is a good place.
What do you mean 3 hours, bro? What are you talking about?
The live's been on for 3 hours, Home Slice.
No, you said, well, what's his name? Chris. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Oh, Chris has been going. He's been on for 11 hours,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay,
I'm done listening to goofballs.
Thank you for doing that for me. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people in the comments that were like, dude, hit the button.
We were waiting all night.
Chris, why don't you tell me how you really feel, brother?
You dropped Fowler off, dude.
He doesn't like Marvin Gaye, man. He's like, fuck that.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I thought you actually dropped Fowler off.
Oh, nah, man. Nah.
Like, tell me what you think. I'm knocking Fowler off here.
Tell me what you really think. Yeah. No, but we've been going 3 hours, guys. It's definitely been a shit show to say the least.
Yeah.
But I agree with Chris and Fowler, you know, and R and Terry and Confirmant, you know, we're like, what the fuck just happened? But there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. And the different, what I've learned in my life is when shit hits the fan, all right, get out of the way. All right. Because you got to go back and clean it up anyways. Right.
No, when it's the fan, you got to lock and load and be ready.
Yeah. Well, that's a different type of fan, man.
Oh, yeah, different type of shit.
I'm not talking about when you're in the shit. I'm talking when the shit hits the fan. There's a difference, bro.
Wait,
You know,
hey, what you should know this, Kryptonian. When the shit hits the fan, reload.
That's right. Reload.
That's exactly what I did tonight, man.
Yeah. I'll trust the process, man. I'm gonna look at this dip and see what I can do with that. And I hope I mean, they're obviously they're gonna have to relaunch. I don't see them not going that route. I mean, that would be just suicide, I think.
Yeah, that's 150% happening.
Yeah. They're gonna have to do it right.
They've already pulled the LP. They've already pulled the
131.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
So
it's at 131. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's going to go back
stronger than ever. It may go well over $2. I mean, who knows?
Well, if it does, man, then I better jump in before it does. Is what I'm gonna say. But you know, but I like what Fowler said. You know, he made some good points that this is an opportunity as you're developing a project. Like, watch those guys. Those are the guys that actually, unfortunately, when shit hits the fan, how do they handle it? How do they deal with it? How do they make it right? You know, do they have resolve? And we're gonna see right now. I think this right now for Vulcan, you know, Esco, it's all the same people. You know, it's Brian, right? This will determine if he's got the resolve to make this right, make it happen. You know, I mean, he definitely has been through a lot worse. You know, he's had a lot more arrows coming at his ass. I think he'll be all right. But make it right.
That's very true. I think that's a good statement there. Yeah.
So let's make it right. You know, you got everybody looking at both, and Nacho, man. I mean, you can imagine what he's feeling. You know,
he's live on Daniel, I think so.
You know, yeah, he was like, he was excited about this thing, you know, but technology, I understand it. Sometimes code isn't just black and white. It's a lot of, you know, it definitely doesn't go as planned, but
a lot of gray.
A lot of gray areas. Yeah. Yeah. You just just things happen. So hopefully the next time it gets fixed, and whatever they come up with, it's going to benefit the community. And I wanted to be able to say tonight, man, I hope people make millions. Hope there are millionaires made. We're close to it. But I guess there's going to be a round two, and I guess we'll see. But, you know, that's pretty much all I got to say, guys. You know, I appreciate you guys being here, letting me rant. I know Chris is tired as fuck. He's been on since like 8 this morning and talking to everybody. Yeah. So I know he wants to go. Terry, any last words?
No, man. I just want, if you relaunch it, it should be a cart and pony show for Vulcan. You know,
that's what I'm excited. That's what I'm so upset about, because this was supposed to be
new eyes, new money for Vulcan.
The carrot for Vulcan. This was going to be the shiny carrot, the fancy carrot for Vulcan, man. Like, look what we did, you know. All right, what you got, Confirmant?
Not too much. I'm missing. If I
are you still stewing?
I was thinking that they would fix it as thoroughly and as quickly as they could, and I would launch it on a weekend where people can take the time.
Let's see if we can I agree with you. Let's see if we can get the word out, man.
Good. That's good information there. I think
it is.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get that in their ears, man, and they make it happen. Hell, it may even happen this weekend. I don't see why it can't.
I don't see why it can't either.
Because Nacho said that the code's solid. It was the routing issue. Yeah. So
it's a minor fix if it says it's right. Yeah.
Yep. Minor fix. All right. Chris, I know you're done, man. I don't want to keep you on too long. We already know what Chris is going to do. He's going to
make that money.
I've already pivoted, brother.
I know, man.
Chris has already made that pivot, and I want to thank Chris and Fowler both. But Chris, you bring that level head and that you, like I said, man, that wisdom to the table, and I was a little emotional earlier, probably because I had some money invested, and I'm a mindset kind of guy, and I usually keep it positive. My emotions probably got the best of me a little bit tonight. even though it wasn't a ton of money, but it was just like, again, kind of a big letdown, especially this isn't the first time, you know what I mean? And yeah, but you're right. I mean, this could be an opportunity, and I could see it as an opportunity to be something positive as a springboard for Vulcan. I could definitely see that as long as it's handled properly. And it sounds like if they do what they say they're going to do, the price keeps rising on Seifu. I think that very well could happen. This could turn out to be that carrot that Kryptonian was talking about. So
it's what it was supposed to be.
They just need to do what they say they're going to do.
Exactly.
Right, and that's it. And we go and we're moving forward. And the way I see it right now, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But when we're talking about money and profit, you know.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do well, brother. I hope you do well. And as always, like I said, guys, your time's the most valuable thing, and I'm glad you spent yours here. Everybody listening to, the five of us sit up here and talk about ESCO and everything else. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yep. And that about sums it up, guys. We appreciate you guys being here. We'll do it again in a few days, if not, unless something else happens. If we catch word or we catch wind that we're relaunching again with this ESCO stuff, I mean, we'll definitely try to bring it to you. We'll talk about it. We'll cover it again if we can. I appreciate everybody being here. And guys, I was pissed because I had friends just earlier as this thing was going to 16K. I saw people, I could imagine people in our community kissing their wives, kissing their husbands, hugging their moms. I'm going to be able to pay this and pay that off. This is going to be amazing. And then like that, poof, it's gone. Sucks. Imagine you thought you won the lottery and you realized you were never in the lottery the whole time. You bought the day. It
was a fake ticket.
Yeah, it was a fake ticket. Yeah. So, I mean, I was pissed about that, so I can understand how those people feel. But, look, at the end of the day, belief is at the very beginning, or my thumbnail was belief is the enemy of knowing, and let's talk about it. Well, everybody believed they were making money, but I guess we know now that wasn't the case. So, there it goes. But guys, inspect what you expect and always do your own research. Give love to all and hatred to none. And remember, do right and fear no man.